lying beside the lions. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you pick me up? Don't let me fall. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I am down and on my knees, and I may fall as I'm so close to the edge. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I am down and on my knees, and I may fall as I'm so close to the edge.
Up all night by myself, trying to think of ways to you. Your voice stuck in my brain, we never got to see it through. And I know I feel more pain if we're speaking truth. Cause when the daylight comes, I still lose. So will I feel it again? I just don't know. And I'm hoping I'll find a way to let go. So if you love me, how could you leave me so low? So will I feel it again? I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. Cause when the daylight comes, I still lose. So will I feel it again? I just don't know. And I'm hoping I'll find a way to let go. So if you love me, how could you leave me so low? So will I feel it again? I just don't know. I just don't know. time, hoping that we did it right. And give me any reason to call you up late at night. And we know it's for the best, I won't put up a fight. Cause when the daylight comes, I still lose. So will I feel it again? I just don't know. And I'm hoping I'll find a way to let go. So if you love me, how could you leave me so low? So will I feel it again? I just don't know. I just don't know.
Hello friends, the draft started, so I'm not actually Clutch. I'm stepping in because he's not here yet. He actually stepped away for a second. So this is, I guess, temporary play-by-play. This is Exernian. I am joined by my good friend Kobe here. Kobe, my friend, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good. I mean, it's morning for me. I love waking up in the morning on my Saturday and casting Elemental League with the best producer in IBS by far. But yeah, we have a really exciting matchup. I mean, if anyone's ever watched me on stream, you know I am a big G&E fan. I've been there since like day one for them, ever since the Rich Factor took over, and I'm excited for his drafts because I feel like in best of fives you have a lot more space to try out different kinds of drafts, and I think that's where G&E they can definitely excel because Rich has a gigabrain 5-head IQ that no one else in the league has.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, best of fives game one is always the one where, you know, you try something different first. It's like if you lose, whatever, right? But then game number one, you can also try something, you know, if you're really confident in, and if the other team can't beat it, right? Just keep playing it until you see the other team it can beat you with it. But with that, Clutch is back, so I'm going to go back into my producer hole. Goodbye, my friends.
All right, well, I am I'm here. It's TD Syndicate. Going to be locking in the Jinx, G&E Pearl, with the Corki left up. Obviously, Gabe Recall very good on this pick. Going to be locking that one in. We've seen him carry multiple games on this Corki, just like Uncool Squash in EGL. Both these players really known for their Corki, and that, you know, if you let it through, you are going to be in a world of hurt as we see the Corki going to be locked in for the side of Genie. We'll see what they lock in next. Obviously, with the E-Sub, TD Syndicate only really get one ban, that being the Lucian. So we're going to have to see what the next pick is going to be, and it's going to be the Tristana locked in.
Yeah, I mean, Tristana, I believe, actually got some buffs on 12.8. Like, I know, like, 4 different ADCs, like Ezreal, Jhin, Tristana, so it was 12.8. Definitely going to come into effect here. It's a really big patch for MSI, so yeah, TD Syndicate looks like a Veigar, which, you know, Gabe Recall is also very familiar playing and should hopefully not have that hard of a time playing against. Veigar can be kind of annoying in lane if you just get caged up and you're stuck there and then their jungler comes and you're just pretty much dead. But for G&E, I'm wondering, who is their jungler going to be for this game? Because we've seen it before. They had the GOAT 52 come in game number 2 and just pick Warwick, and you instantly know that's going to be the GOAT 52. So Genie also having a lot of options to flex and draft, have a lot of players to flex in different kind of games too. But let's see, we do have 60 as jungle for Genie in game 1.
Yeah, South's going to be the jungle for the side of G&E Pearl. He's kind of emerged as the starter, I feel like. He's played the majority of the important games for his side, Genie, but they do like to bring in the back of the GOAT 52 sometimes, you know, to help give them a competitive edge in the draft where the other team doesn't really know that he's, you know, playing, or they just forget that they swap junglers. As we see the bans come through, obviously Echo Kane going to be banned for TD Syndicate, or for the side of G&E. Jesus Juice in the jungle. Echo, Kane, Viego, Wukong plays a lot of these junglers, and those are his real, you know, carry junglers. But if those are all taken away, we'll have to see what he's going to play. We still see the Wukong, we still see the Viego left up. I'm assuming Genie is going to ban one of those with their next ban. And the side, maybe they say, hey, we're going to ban Viego and actually take Wukong into the jungle for the side of Genie because they can do that. As we see the Viego ban, now the Wukong is going to be Hubbard potentially banned, and we'll have to see. Jesus Juice, he's going to have to pull out something he doesn't usually play because that's kind of his whole pool taken away for Jesus Juice. So, it'll be very interesting to see what he is going to be locking in. Now the side of Genie Pearl, they have their jungle, they have their support pick, the Renata picked up for TD Syndicate. So we'll see what Genie Pearl are going to lock in with that Tristana, or if they're just going to say, hey, we're just going to take jungle right here and let support pick later on. We'll have to see, as we're going to see the Nautilus come through for the support position. So jungle is going to get that counter pick, Kobe.
Yeah, and I wonder what kind of quirky build Gabe Recall is going to go, because right now, as a stand, like, Genie, they look pretty AD heavy. You know, you kind of have two marksmen with Corki and Tristana. You know, Corki can go that Luden's short shoes, and then like Titanic Hydra build, that weird like Ravenous Hydra, like that really weird build that's been like working. I don't think it's been nerfed yet, but TD Syndicate will pick up the Trundle, and I'm most likely thinking that's going to be in the jungle.
Yeah, we see the Trundle locked in, and that's going to be going into the jungle with the Scion top. Just going to be
Scion.
Playing, potentially weak side on the Scion. So Jesus Juice, going to be pulling out something new. Doesn't play a lot of the Trundle in the jungle, so it's going to be something new for him. But he has a lot of stats to steal from that Malphite, from that Nautilus. Going to be a very beefy front line from the side of TD Syndicate. And we'll see what the side of Genie Pearl is going to elect to kind of round out their comp with. I mean, both these teams really only have one AP, damage. Corki and Vhagar kind of just going really heavy on the AD. So, but those champions do enough AP damage. As we'll see what Genie is going to lock in, hovering the Shaco, but that's probably because of Ritz. It's going to be the Graves locked in for Sethi in the jungle. Obviously, Graves pretty strong right now with the new Umbral Glaive. Just ends up rushing that one very cheap and just ends up running over the game. So we'll see if that's what Sethi's going to do in this one. But with the drafts, I mean, we've got two interesting drafts. Going to be looking forward to see them on the Rift.
Yeah, it looks like it's a whole lot of front-to-back team fighting from both teams. You have a really beefy front lines with both teams. You have the Malphite Nautilus from G&E and the Toronto Scion, and there's not a whole lot of die potential. I mean, I think G&E definitely has the better of like the die potential, where you can have the Tristana jump in the back line after like a big Malphite, or you can have Corki go in, and then Graves is kind of ult. You can kind of just burst down that Jinx and Vhagar pretty hard, but other than that, and like the River, I think it's gonna be a lot of front-to-back team fighting.
Yeah, I think that there's going to be a lot of front-to-back team fighting with these two comps. Both of these teams really have that beefy front line. You need to keep in mind that Corki that can just dive in onto that back line, onto the Vhagar, onto the Jinx, and kind of disrupt the front-to-back. Tristana also wants to go in. I mean, everyone on the side of Genie really wants to go in. Where TD Syndicate, they have the Vhagar, they have the Trundle. They can really kite back with their comp. Scion also, can just be that super beefy front line. So we kind of have a all, going in for the side of Genie versus a, kite back for the side of TD Syndicate. Use that cage. The one thing I'm going to be thinking about is obviously the Corki versus Vhagar matchup. If Corki can get ahead early, he can basically just take over the game and basically one-shot their backline. Now, if Vhagar, can really hold the zone and scale, once he puts down that cage, he's going to be one-shotting people, especially this Tristana. It's going to be really hard for her because once the cage comes down, Tristana's auto range is very, very low. And Jinx is going to outrange her, Vhagar is going to outrange her, and it's going to be really hard for her to navigate these fights if that cage is up. If the cage is down, obviously she can jump in and try to wreak havoc. So do need to keep that in mind.
Yeah, I would say there's nothing like too spicy in like any of these drafts so far. It's kind of like that cliche game one, we're gonna feel each other out process, but it's kind of hard to do that with T Syndicate because you got Jesus Juice and he's playing weak side Scion, which I think is a good weak side pick, but he's not going to be in game two, so I don't think it's going to be as much of a feel out process as both teams kind of want to, they just want to play the game slow. It seems like to me.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this one is going to go. We're going to go to a short break, but when we come back, TD Syndicate, G&E Pearl, game number 1 of the losers finals. Winner goes up against Coach's Tyranny in the grand final. So Do need to keep that in mind. But with that, we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes.
So will I feel it again? I just don't know. And I'm hoping I'll find a way to let go. So if you love me, how could you leave me so low? So will I feel it again? I just don't know. I just don't know.
With the
vodka and the candles glitter like you're in a thriller. Heart goes pound, pound, pound. Ghostly figures, they can get so bitter. Show you want to until you can turn back. You don't know where I've been. What's going on inside? Where the monsters like to come alive, come alive. Do you really wanna know me? I'm really not that cozy. It's up to you, so you decide, you decide. Would you love me up my words till the coffin's in the dirt? Try to break me like a curse, you know that will never work. I'm a little bit absurd. I like dancing on the verge. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion, but could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you're too scared, get out. A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. Broken windows and a warning scribbled on my wall saying that you better turn around. Wouldn't be the first to try to burn me down. Your move, you too. Would you love me up my words till the coffin's in the dirt? Try to break me like a curse, you know that will never work. I'm a little bit absurd. I like dancing on the verge. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion, but could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you're too scared, get out. A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. Could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you're too scared, get out. A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. Words till the coffin's in the dirt. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion.
Mama said you're meant to burn as bright as a star among the midnight sky. All the pressure blinded me, but now I see I'm no different from the rest. You said I'd fly away, but my walls have kept me down. Now I'm lost.
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to Game 1 action of the losers bracket. It is the finals. TD Syndicate taking on G&E Pearl. Winner of this will go play Coach's Tyranny in the finals, get a second shot at Coachless Tyranny. Wow, the side or whoever does win this will be qualifying for Worlds for the Elemental League. So that's a pretty big milestone for both of these organizations. Obviously, if you are able to play at Worlds, that's a huge accomplishment. So definitely going to have to keep that in mind. But Kobe, obviously you are here, coming from Korea. MSI coming up soon. But what are you looking forward to in this game? What players, maybe what champions are you going to be looking at?
I'm definitely looking towards the bot lanes. I think Agency 6 and Ominous Penguin, they both have the ability to take over games. Um, and overall, like I mean, I feel like we've seen so many matchups between like the ADCs, like the split that have been like the matchups to watch. But I just feel like ADCs have like kind of reigned supreme the split, and I think Agency 6 and Ominous Penguin, though they're both in the top three. I mean, they're both like the three teams left so far. So I mean, it kind of makes sense that they're both really really good ADCs. But I'm definitely looking towards those two definitely later in team fights. But I'm excited to see Ominous Penguin and Tristana because we don't really see Tristana that often.
Yeah, we don't really see Tristana a ton. It's kind of been creeping up in my solo queue games a little bit more. I've seen Tristana. This is the the ADCs that I do see in solo queue. Now, obviously, this is different, but I see a lot of Lucian. I think Lucian, could be really strong right now. I see a lot of Draven because you go Treasure Hunter and it synergizes really well with this passive, and you have like 2 items before 15 minutes, and you just run over the game. And the last one, Tristana. I mean, I've seen Tristana a lot. These really heavy snowball like fight in the bot lane. If we get ahead, we're gonna take over the game. But this is a double-edged sword. You fall behind. Have fun playing the game because you are basically like all an early game champion, early to mid. So your damage really does fall off compared to the more traditional ADCs that we've kind of seen. So we will see how that one's going to go as both the junglers started actually on the opposite sides of the map. Or no, they started on the same side of the map, both starting in that top side. So we'll have to see if anything is going to go down. But Treadmill maybe looking for a gank, Kobe.
He's just coming in for the early level 2-3 gank.
All right, well, here we go. That's a good pillar coming through. Ominous Penguin is going to get rid. Is going to get pulled back, but with no sums, he should be going down. Agency 6 already has a double kill in this series. The rookie coming up big for the side of TD Syndicate. Jesus Juice in the bot lane, already making his presence felt.
Yeah, and it's like you said, if Tristana does fall behind, especially against some Jinx, it's going to be really, really hard to come back. But that was a perfectly placed pillar by Jesus Juice, and then the Renata Q from Rhymes is absolutely perfect. And this was Agency 6, this free hit, procs passive, and flashing in for a double kill. So TDS already well ahead in the bot lane early on.
Yeah, and it was a really good gank from Jesus Juice. Obviously, the side of GNE, pushing up, not realizing where the jungler had started. They didn't know that he was starting on that top side, and end up, unfortunately, paying for it, right? Because now that does happen, and Jesus Juice able to make a huge play. He's not really known for the trundle. I feel like this is something that he really doesn't play a lot. But he's still looking pretty good. Obviously, you can only do so much banning out a player, but sometimes, the player is just good on every single champion. They've just got the game sense and kind of know how to play this one. Is looking into the mid lane, Flash going to come through from the Veigar. Don't really know if he needed to, but maybe,
No, the hook hit a minion. Yeah.
He's going to be safe, though. He is going to burn it. So, at the end of the day, he doesn't go down. So, does stay alive. Jesus Juice back on the bottom side, potentially looking for Ominous Penguin. Now, Ominous Penguin has the jump, and it is interrupted by the pillar, but Ominous Penguin able to get far enough to where, Jesus Juice really cannot punish him. So, really well played from Ominous Penguin on the Tristana, able to get out of that one. So, it's already a 2-kill lead to the side of TD Syndicate. They've got themselves a 1K lead. And all our attention, I feel like, is going to be on the mid to bottom lane, mostly bottom lane because, it's Sion versus Malphite. I don't think anything's happening up there. I don't think anyone's going to be going down. So I feel like, most of the action is going to be on the bottom side of the map. So you need to keep that in mind for both of these teams.
Yeah, and I also feel like we don't see a whole lot of Sion, but, if you're TDS, you have that Jinx, you have that Trundle. You can kind of, they're really, really good at team fighting, but, Sion, if you leave him alone, he's going to do a ton of damage split pushing. He's probably going to build Hullbreaker.
Yeah. I forgot to say that Cook is on his Malphite, and this is what he's, well known for. He solo kills people on Malphite. We saw him, kill Tryndamere multiple times on a Malphite. I forgot who else he solo killed. I can't remember what the champion was, but I remember it might have been last series or the series before. where he was solo killing people on Malphite yet again. So I don't know what it is with this Malphite. It's just one of these picks that he's really, really good on. And obviously, we're going to have to see what his impact in this game is going to do for the side of G&E. But yeah, really known for this Malphite pick. So him getting that one is really big for the side of G&E. But yeah, I mean, TDS ahead early in this game. Jesus Juice really making plays on the map and helping his laners get ahead. We saw this for the side of Literal Monkeys in EGL, where, you know, Jesus Juice was able to get his lanes ahead and get himself ahead while still staying ahead in farm. Like, his pathing and the way he plays the game is really, really exceptional for a gold player. So, you know, obviously props to him. He was able to get his team 2 kills, but obviously this game is not over yet. There's still much more to be played. And it seems the bot lane has kind of recovered, at least the side of Genie. You know, they're kind of staying even in farm and not going down any further. So yes, the Jinx is ahead, and yes, Jinx is going to be strong, but at least they're not bleeding anymore, Cody.
Yeah, and if TDS, you definitely, I think you kind of feel pressure in a way that you have to win this game, because you have this gold jungler who just runs over the gold league on your team only for this one game, and if you don't win this game with him on the team, it's not looking good for you at all. So I think there is a little bit more pressure on TDS in this game one to win it, but if you're Genie, you know, you're kind of fine.
Yeah, and obviously it's not, you know, we're not flaming our boy Super Square. I think Super Square is a really, really good jungler. Again, one of the best in the league, but obviously, you know, Jesus Juice looking exceptional in the gold league. I think you'd say, yeah, Jesus Juice is probably the better jungler. But Super Square is good too. And you know, the good news I feel like for the side of TDS is that a lot of their play does revolve around their jungler. They really heavily, you know, play around the jungler and have him be the playmaker. And again, the good news is Jesus Juice plays that exact same way. So for TDS, they really actually don't have to adapt that much for this game. They can just play how they normally play. They just have someone slotted in to do the exact same thing. So I feel like, you know, for an E-sub, yes, you lose the 2 bans, but it's not the end of the world. You're still kind of playing the same way that you usually would play. For the side of Genie, we just saw Sethi invading. He's really been walking around and being escorted from his team. And again, I said this on the pre-show, both these teams, they really like to play around those junglers. And if these junglers are able to get a lead, they will take over the game. I mean, we see it pretty early on that both these teams really heavily playing around their junglers.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of has been a big theme overall for Genie. Like, I feel like definitely like the most outstanding or thing for as a
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should be fun. Yeah, but Genie, like, I think the thing that's impressed me the most over the season is like how well they just been playing together as a team. You know, I felt like that both when the Go 52 and Sethi, they both equally impact their the map in every single game. So, and that's a big part of it, because, you know, usually how G&E will win like early is that if Gabe Recall gets ahead, you're done, because Gabe Recall plays these scaling picks. He plays this Corki, Veigar, but the one usually getting him ahead is Sethi in the jungle, or the goat comes out as yeah, Gabe Recall just gets
That's what you call Veigar.
yeah.
And you misstep, you're getting one shot. And we saw Lemon Sap, you know, kind of an unknown, hasn't really played that much this season. Just one-shotting Gabe Recall, absolutely deleting him. So, you know, sometimes Veigar can do that, where he just hits R and it's like, oh, goodbye. You messed up once, you do die. But yeah, I think for these junglers, it's like, you know, Jesus Juice, where it's like, you know, you're gonna play around him, but he plays towards the lanes, right? He ends up getting his lanes, you know, ahead. Where for Sethi, it's like you play around him, you give him the resources, he ends up carrying. Now, it doesn't mean that Jesus Juice doesn't get ahead himself, because he ends up most of the time getting ahead himself. But it's just two stylistic differences from both of these junglers that is very, very unique. And, you know, obviously, it's work for both these teams. You know, you can pick these other styles. You don't gotta play, you know, one cookie cutter style. I mean, you see two teams playing with their jungler, but in different ways that has worked out for them. It's, you know, pretty cool to see, I feel like, especially in like the silver leagues and the lower leagues, where it's like obviously all about that development of your players and stuff like that. Pretty interesting to see that both these two teams, very, very successful teams in EDL this season, two completely different play styles. So pretty cool to see.
Yeah, for sure. As we haven't really been talking about objectives that much either. TDS did take the one Cloud Drake, but I feel like Genie, like they've also been like the team with the most like objective control in the league, like since like the second half. Like I've rarely seen them go down in like 2-0 Drakes. I've always seen them get Rift Herald. Was Sethy did pick up the Rift Herald this game too, so I feel like Genie like overall like they're just like a really um they just gel really well together. Like, I don't feel like there's anybody on this Genie team that overpowers like someone else's like ability. Like no one really like shines out alone in front of everybody else.
Yeah, and this, I mean, we'll have to see how the rest of this game is going to go. As Rift is put down mid lane, but Nautilus, goodbye. I mean, when Veigar gets ahead, it is a little bit scary, and Lemon Sap on this Veigar looking really, really good in game number 1. Unfortunately, you know, when you go no Mobies on support, what ends up happening is you get tagged by anything, there goes all your move speed. You literally just can't move. It's like you have normal boots. And unfortunately, sometimes, you know, it's a double-edged sword. You can have Mobies and punish those mistakes, but at the same time, the other team can auto you, you lose all your move speed, and now you're just a sitting duck and you end up dying. Hence why I go Swifties. You know, I really like the Swifties.
Mobies is a scam. Mobies is the biggest scam.
I'm a Swifties enjoyer, Kobe. If I'm going to be Roman, I'm going for the Swifties.
I'm an Ionian enjoyer.
Lucidity. No, Lucidity is pretty good. I'm just a Mobies hater. As Cook, gonna have to ult out of that one. Lemon Sap with the nice roam up. Unfortunately, Cook still did get tagged by the cage stun, but I mean, he just gets out of that one. As G&E, despite being down 4 kills, they are finding plates on the map. You know, they're finding advantages in their lanes that are actually making the gold closer than it should be. But they are still down in this game, obviously. The kills being 4-0. There are big shutdowns. Well, not big, but there are shutdowns on this Veigar, on this Jinx, that if G&E can secure, right back into this game. And I don't really think they're out of the game yet. I mean, they're not that far behind. Definitely for sure can come back into this one. But TD Syndicate coming out, you know, early on, looking very, very strong in the series.
Yeah, but still like a lot of credit to G&E for, you know, keeping this game so close. It should be like 1,000, 2,000 goal lead, but yeah, it's like less than 1,000, only like a 600 goal lead because of all the plays. But interesting little build I see on the Graves, building the Umbral Glaive first item.
It's the new meta, Kobe.
The new meta. That's what that guy. I heard like Umbral Glaive got some changes and it's like ridiculously OP now.
Yeah, I think it's also cheaper. It's like a lot of lethality users rush it first now. And it's really strong. Like it's really cheap. I think it's either 2.3k or 2.4k. Like it's a really cheap item, and it has pretty good stats for, you know, a cheap item. So I mean, a bunch of Graves just rush it. They just instantly rush it. They get ahead early, get a couple kills. They already have their first item, and it's a huge spike to get your first item, right? So despite him probably being down gold in this game, maybe by a little bit, he's actually pretty strong. And Graves, you know, you can give him a couple items, he'll start one-shotting people. Now the Drake is going to be started from the side of TD Syndicate. The side,
4v5, they just have to give it.
Yeah. Then the side of Genie just end up giving that one. Can't really do anything, as the soul is going to be the Hextech soul. You know, Among Us imposter in the top left saying it's Cloud. Not true. Or not Cloud, Ocean. That's not what the Drake is. It's actually the Among Us imposter. That's not what it is. But yeah, I mean, Sethi, you know, getting that early spike with that Umbral Glaive. We'll see what he's going to be going for his Mythic, because obviously Umbral Glaive was in the Mythic. But we got fighting in the bot lane. Ominous Penguin not looking to jump in. All is going to be burned, but that's a flash out of Rhymes having to be used. So, you know, do need to keep that in mind, Kobe.
Yeah, and looking at like the more items is top lane, Sion, he rushed the Hull Breaker. I think that's kind of normal, but the Malphite's going full tank, so all the AP damage on this team is going to have to be relied on by Gabe Recall to see how well he can just scale up and just be able to do a ton of damage with those rockets late game.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. You know, obviously the Jinx does already have the Gale Force completed, so I need to keep that in mind, you know, Lemon Sap, if he can't land the cage, oh, he's dead.
Uh-oh.
W? Oh! I think if the W landed, goodbye.
Yep.
He would have been dead. But Gabe Recall able to get out of that one. Doesn't even have to burn the flash. You know, a little bit of a close call, but does end up living at the end of the day. Those Merc treads, I believe he had. No, I don't think he had those actually. But if he did, they actually kept him alive. But I don't think he had them. I think he just purchased them. But, you know, Gabe Recall on the Corki able to keep himself alive. Really, really nice. Lemon Tap not able to find the kill, but still, you know, getting that lane pressure, doing pretty good. The gold is even, Kobe, in this game. Now, obviously, the Dragons are in the favor of TD Syndicate. So, you know, they do have that. But the gold is dead even. So, Genie, despite, you know, a little bit of early whoopsies going on, able to even out the gold.
Yeah, and I think, like, I know you and Journey talked about how good Genie or Micro, but I mean, I think this is a testament to their macro as well. I mean, being down 4 kills to 2 Drakes, but still being dead even on gold, that's pretty impressive. Really, well played. They're farming as a. We see a fight breaking on here. I think Nautilus.
Oh, here we go. Nautilus has the flash, but with that cage being up, already going to be going down. Lemon Sap able to find the killing spree on this Veigar. All the gold you want on the Veigar in this one. GZG's running forward, but he's eating rockets to the face. He's already down to half HP, taking a bunch of damage from Gabe Recall. He has a big one loaded up. It's going to land. Lemon Sap taking a half his HP bar, and in this one, I mean, gotta be careful of that Corki, because once Corki does get items, he's gonna match the Veigar damage, and he is gonna be doing so much with those rockets. But TD Syndicate able to punish this Nautilus and take him down again. The Mobies, you know, once you're caught, goodbye.
I love watching this little slap fest up in the top lane. Somebody's like really is hurting each other. Cook even ulted and it did nothing.
Listen, Cook is meeting his match. He's meeting his maker. He's the tank player. Usually he's up against like the bruisers, the carries, and he's like, all right, solo bolo, you don't have a bunch of HP. And then now he's like, oh, wait a minute.
It's the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, you know?
Yeah, he's the unmovable object in the top lane, so he just can't, you know, he's just the mountain, but he's up against like, I don't even know what Sion would be, but it's like both these champs just, they're like slapping each other, and then they're like, all right, we done now? Can we be over?
Can we just farm? Is it like, let's handshake the lane and let's farm it out? The Cook? No, won't be able to get the tower. Sion is coming back. Yeah, top has been kind of a snooze fest so far. It's been... we see some gigs up in top lane, but nobody has gone down. No tower.
Oh, and Nautilus, no flash. Goodbye. He's going to be going down. They actually almost turn it on to Rhymes, but not able to find anything there. Ominous Penguin needs to be very careful. Agency 6 trying to use the Gale Force, but nice jump out of there. Agency 6 does have that rocket. When is it going to be used is the question. So he's not going to end up using that one. And they are just going to take this bot turret. So bot turret going to be going down. Kills 6-0 for the side of TD Syndicate. Really well played from them so far in this one. Really punishing the Nautilus, who just can't really do anything. And now 0-4 in this game.
Yeah, I think they can keep going.
Yeah, they look like they're going to keep going. This Hextech Dragon has now spawned, but Gabe Recall is on the way. Rhymes is kind of low. So is Agency 6. We'll have to see what's going to happen. Top tower is just going to be going down very soon. Cook going to be using that ultimate to try to take down Sion, but he just doesn't care. He's going to walk off, take down that one. Cook now has no mana, has the flash, but still just slapping in the top lane. He needs to be a little bit careful because Sion with the Hullbreaker does do a bunch of damage. Ult is now up.
Ultimate.
It's actually not going to end
I would have went for it.
That one.
I would have went for it. That's a good death, even if you die, you know? It's the boss.
The boss.
It's a good death.
Solo bolo. Oh, yee. You know? But, you know, in the top lane, Hullbreaker now purchased for the Sion, and the Sion is just going to sit there and just perma-split. Like, he's just going to do his job, which is the perma-splitting Sion. Now, obviously, I believe, I don't know if this was this patch or if it's coming out later, but I think they did nerf Sion, like his passive damage to towers. It's like way less now, so you can't really like run it down and end the game.
No, it's
a little bit harder. You can still do it, but it's obviously a little bit harder, and you know, Riot determined, this is unhealthy for the game, so we're going to kind of nerf it a little bit. Yeah, obviously there is that. Another thing, as we are in some downtime, not really much going on. Another thing is that I don't know if you saw, but Riot is actually giving every champion in the game like basically extra armor, extra MR, extra health. They're taking down, healing's getting reduced by 10%.
The damage creep is going down.
Shields are getting reduced by 10%. On top of that, grievous wounds are actually getting nerfed. They're, reducing it just a little bit by like 10% or something. So team fights are going to last longer. They're not going to be these like really quick team fights, one shots coming through. There might still be one shots. If you get fed.
It's gonna be a lot. Yeah, you have to use everything in your kit to one shot. Like I feel bad for like LeBlanc players now.
Yeah, but like, champions are going to be a little bit tankier. Team fights are going to be a little bit longer. And I don't like the one-shot meta, but I also don't like the 20-minute team fight. ADCs do like 20 damage and they're autoing and like no one's dying. I like in the
Juggernaut meta.
No, I don't want the Juggernaut meta.
Are we going back?
I
back Mordekaiser in the bot lane.
I like the meta where it's right in the middle, where like if a champion gets ahead, they can one shot. Yeah, if a champion isn't fed, they shouldn't be able to just one tap people. But obviously, I kind of like a little bit of a mix, a little bit in the middle. So I kind of like what they're doing. I mean, some people don't really like it, especially people who play assassins. They're like, what? I can't just like hit one button and they die. Like, what's going on here?
Majors like. It's gonna feel bad for mid laners and ADCs. I feel like
Nautilus is going in here. Yeah, it doesn't have the flash. That's gonna be the ult. Gonna be burned. Now TB gonna be coming in. Ominous Penguin gonna be getting damage out. That's going to be the ult used. Now Seth has to flash away. Gabe Recall is here though. He's doing so much damage to Agency 6, but he's not able to find the kill. Exhaust now gonna be burned. Watch Lemon Staff. HV is gonna be going back in, but he's gonna be falling. No way he's gonna live that one. They take down Rhymes. That's gonna be Ominous Penguin going down. Seth going to eat the Primordial Burst. Will also fall. Jinx getting excited. Now they're looking on. Gabe Recall is gonna get tagged by the cage. No flash. Nothing is up. Will he go down is the question. It looks like he's going to try to stay alive. He's trying to use the rockets to flash forward, coming through, cooking a flash, trying to take down Jesus Juice. He will be able to. Sion split pushing in the bot lane. It's a 4-for-2 in this one for the side of TD Syndicate. Sion still pushing that bot lane. What a fight breaking out, Kobe.
Yeah, I kind of see right now this game is finally swinging in like 100% towards TDS. Like, because if you not only look at this fight, the 4-for-2, the wave and top was pushed up, and Silence and bot is actually pushing. So G&E are kind of getting their backs against the ropes here. And Gabe Recall is like finally doing damage, scaling up, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to break through at this point because like TDS, like the Veigar is definitely ahead. Veigar is one-shotting people now.
Yeah, obviously with the Veigar now having those two items really, really strong. Corki finally just got those two items in this one. Support's completing their mythic. So, everyone's got their items completed, Eclipse completed for this Graves. So this Graves actually is going to be doing a lot of damage. So the good news for the side of Genie is that, the carries, they have items. But the thing I'm scared about is obviously this Veigar, right? The cage is kind of stopping everything they're going to be doing. Like, you try to go in, Veigar throws down the cage, and he ends up just killing everyone. Like, he has a ton of damage. He's fed in this one. Jinx is also very strong with that LDR. Can do damage to the Nautilus, to the Malphite, obviously. Can do damage to them. And the good news for the side of TD Syndicate is they are on soul point. And the side of Genie, they have to make a decision. They either are going to have to fight this soul point and, potentially lose a team fight. They could still lose the dragon. Meanwhile, Sion is still split pushing. He is just doing his job. He's just sitting there. That's the cage being used. Nautilus has nowhere to go, and Nautilus is already dead. He is going down in that one. That's the 6th death for HV.
Nautilus is a tank, by the way. He's getting...
Yeah, in the top side, we have a 1v1 going down, but now the team fight at the dragon will be happening. I don't know what's going on, but we saw Corki using the package in the bot side. Sion getting very low, might be going down. Now we look into the bottom lane, and it looks like Genie might be winning this one. As Gabriel will stay alive. Jesus Juice. We have to watch Lemon Sap. What can he do? That's a massive shutdown. Jesus Juice is alive. He has a smite, but he has no way to get into that hit. And G&E, they pull off a miracle with the package from Gabe Recall, able to win the team fight. They also kill Sion on that top side. Cook able to get the solo bolo, and G&E stay alive in this game.
It's winnable. That was without Cook, in a team fight. I think the Malphite is definitely going to be way more valuable than a Sion. So You know, G&E, like they proved they can team fight with the best team in the league. They can definitely team fight with TDS, even with Jesus. So it's a bit of a winnable angle for G&E here. Not doomed.
Yeah, I mean, G&E able to stall out the game at least for another 4 minutes, get items on those carries, and it was a huge team fight win from the side of G&E, and they're still in this game. They're right in this game, and Jesus Juice 5-1-6. I mean, he has been in every single play the side of TD Syndicate, basically has done. I feel like Jesus Juice may be taking a leader role, even though he's not really, familiar with these players. I feel like he's probably taking a leader role on the team and being like, hey guys, we do this, we do that, because he's played in Gold League, he's played at those higher levels, and he knows, hey, I know what I need to do to get wins in gold. I want to transition to this to silver, and I should do just fine. So he's probably taking a leader role for the team for TD Syndicate, really, helping them out, showing them the ropes and what they need to do. So even though he's playing one game, could have a huge impact for the side of TD Syndicate in this series.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and it's like I said earlier, like I think that's why TDS they kind of probably feel more pressure on them this game one, because if they don't win with him, it's not looking good. I mean, maybe Square maybe this fits into the lineup better. I mean, but Juice is 5-1-6. It's kind of running this game right now, like you said, but can definitely help out TDS long term. Though if games do go longer, Jesus has that knowledge on what to do, like macro wise. So like yeah, I mean I definitely agree with what you said. Like his information he's given to TDS in this game could prove vital to like a full like game 5 situation.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like if we obviously, go to game 5, maybe what Jesus Juice told them ends up helping them win it out in the end. But this game ain't over just yet. Obviously, in the bot lane, it's even worth watching this. I feel like we could probably read a novel or read
I
a
feel
book,
we
or watch
missed
a movie.
a whole really important team fight when we were watching.
We had to
Sion
watch the
and
top
Malphite.
lane. You don't understand. They didn't get enough love, so we have to watch them. All right, they're just slapping each other. Sion says, "All right, listen, I have an axe," and Malphite's slapping him with his hands. Right? You would think the dude with the axe is gonna win, but
But Malphite's a rock,
Malphite.
so
But Malphite is a rock. He's a mountain.
Sion needs a pickaxe, not an axe. He needs a
Yeah.
pickaxe.
How do you cut down? It's lumberjack Sion. I think that'd do good against Maokai, right? You cut down the trees.
Gabe
Gabriel,
Recall is dead.
he's a little bit. Yeah, he's a little dead. Oh, stopwatch gonna buy some time, but yeah, there's no way out of this one, as he will go down. Lemonsap actually got his ultimate put on cooldown because of the stopwatch. So I guess that's their silver lining if you are Genie. But now TD Syndicate should just be able to start up this Baron.
Yeah, Cook is still down in the bot lane. This is going to be split push. I don't even know if they're
Septi, is
trying
he
to
gonna steal?
contest it.
He could
Oh,
steal.
Sion's going down mid.
Yeah, this is a 50-50 though. If Septi can steal this, it is going to be absolutely massive. Down to 2K. Oh, he can't get into the pit because of the cage. Really nice cage from Lemonsap. Actually able to tag this jungler, the Graves. And yeah, now with Baron, I feel like the game should just be over. Now they're going to be looking onto the Sion, but here comes Agency 6 making his way in. Yeah, you can't kill this Sion. He's so tanky. That's 2. Is it going to be 3? Agency 6 running forward. Looks like it's not going to be. And that is going to be Sion doing his job, split pushing down that mid lane, getting a tower, and also helping his team get 2 kills.
Got really well played from TDS to just pick up that 1 kill on Gabe Recall in the top lane, and it's transitioned that to a Baron, which leads to a mid-tier 2 and 2 kills. So it's slowly snowballing this game out of control in the favor of TDS. We have Ocean Drake starting in 20 seconds. I mean, Hextech, because the Riot client is trolling me.
Listen, Riot Games, no more trolling us. No more trolling us. I understand you're a small indie company, but for me,
like, we're not even
troll me.
predicting Drakes, and we're still getting them wrong.
Yeah, we're not even predicting Jake's and we're still getting it wrong. This is going to be the Hextech Soul going over. Oh no, Nautilus is going to get caught. No way will they stay alive. Sign All Day is going to be used. We're not able to pick up the kill. HFizz does go down. It's his 8th death of the game. 50% of his team's deaths actually in this one. So having a bit of a rough go in the first game. Now, Hextech Soul and the Baron, they should just be able to run it down and potentially end Kobe.
Yeah, I definitely agree that, you know.
Oh, and now
Science
fight is
there's no way Science.
Here we go. Cook is trying to go onto that back line. Lemon Sap absolutely deletes Sethi. Cook has to use the ultimate, but I don't know if he has anywhere to go. It's a double kill going over to Lemon Sap. Jinx all going to be used. Ominous Penguin just goes down, and just like that, G and E fall Agency 6. He does go down at the end of the day, so it's not a clean ace from the side of TDS. HFizz, he's left to defend, but here comes the Scion going in with that ultimate, getting damage done onto the towers. Cage does come down. HFizz has that flash available, will use it. That's the pillar being used. Jesus Juice not able to find the kill. HFizz stays alive in the fountain, but his Nexus will not. TD Syndicate in game number 1 come out swinging, and they take the first game of the series, Kobe.
Exactly what they needed to do too, because you know you're not gonna have that Trundle in game number 2, which the Trundle pretty much ran the game, both macro and micro wise. To give Genie some credit, like it was really close despite the kills being like 7-0, but then you know TDS still had that composure to still win the team fights when the goal was really close and just keep snowballing that lead out of control. So really well played game from TDS.
Yeah, really well played from the side of TDS. And you know, I want to give a quick shout out to Genie, able to keep the gold very close despite, you know, the game looking really doomed. Able to keep it close early on. But it just seemed like, you know, TDS, you know, they had all the tempo, they were making the plays, and with Jesus Juice able to get a win in this game. Obviously, Jesus Juice was a huge factor for TDS, but Lemon Sap, I mean, this guy popped off in the mid lane, got some solo kills, you know, did a bunch of damage on the Veigar. So, you know, maybe Veigar is a contested pick in the series going forward. But Kobe, with that, you got anything else to say before we head to a break?
I need Ritz to pick something spicy next game. I need to see the Ritz factor come in.
The Ritz
I don't feel like we've seen the Ritz factor in effect last game.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to do a short break, but when we come back, game 2 action between TD Syndicate and Genie Pearl. Don't go anywhere.
And I'm close to hit the ground. You said I'd fly away. You said I'd fly anyway. But I keep on falling. You said I'd fly anyway, but I keep on falling. But I keep on falling. We're all searching for that open door. Show me proof that there is something more. I just hope I am okay with the choices I make. Maybe then I'll understand. You said I'd fly away, but my walls have kept me down. Now I'm lost and I'm afraid, and I'm close to hit the ground. You said I'd fly away. You said I'd fly anyway, but I keep on falling.
kisses straight to my heart. I'd never noticed, but you were never there, you were never there. Hey, you gave me roses, set me apart. All I feel was bliss, but you were never there, you were never there. I want us to be what we used to be this night. Baby, just another fight, but you don't wanna see me cry. There is no way that it's never going there. I think it better and I swear I'll follow you no matter where. Think it better and I swear follow you no matter where. Think it better and I swear follow you no matter where. Down in empty streets, looking for joy. I don't wanna admit I'm better on my own, better on my own. You say we're not meant for each other. I'm not sure of this. I won't give up on this, I won't give up. Cause I don't wanna behave like the one to flee, like the one to leave. I never surrender, but ever remember my lover. Did you give up on me? Have you never learned a lesson? Sorry, I will never be, even if you're the one you wanna see. Think it better go someplace I don't know, cause I got your picture on my mind. I want us to be what we used to be this night. Baby, just another fight, but you don't wanna see me cry. There is no way that it's never going there. I think it better and I swear I'll follow you no matter where. Think it better and I swear follow you no matter where. Think it better and I swear follow you no matter where. Let me stay with you. You're not asking you just one night. I don't know about you, your life, but tell me 'cause we still have time. I can't stop looking at you, but do you feel the same, don't you? I think of you every moment. I think of you every moment. I can't stop looking at you, but do you feel the same, don't you? I think of you every moment. There's nobody else. There's nobody else. There's nobody else. Let me stay with you. You're not asking you just one night. I don't know about you, your life, but tell me 'cause we still have time. I can't stop looking at you, but do you feel the same, don't you? I think of you every moment. I think of you every moment. I can't stop looking at you, but do you feel the same, don't you? I think of you every moment. There's nobody else.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Game 2 Action. Genie Pearl going to be taking on TD Syndicate. Genie going to be on the blue side in this one. TD Syndicate on the red side, obviously Genie Pearl with the side selection since they did end up losing game number 1. I believe Super Square is back in, so no more Jesus Juice for the side of TD Syndicate. Super Square now going to be playing in this one. We already see the bands going through very, very fast. Kobe, what are you looking forward to see, Genie Pearl kind of adapt for game number 2 and pick in the draft?
Well, I don't know if we can get confirmation from our producer who is in jungle for Genie right now. Any leakers?
Sethi.
Any leakers?
I think it's still Sethi.
Okay, so probably no Warwick coming out then. I think that all TD Syndicate, I think actually is doing a very smart play. They're banning both the Veigar and Corki from Game Recall because
3 bans mid, by the way.
Yeah, Game Recall is getting targeted hard right now, but unlock the bot lane. I think you need a really good support matchup to do that. First of all, I don't think the Nautilus into Renata was very good at all. Jin!
I don't know if you won this.
I want to say I was DM and Ritz earlier. Okay, for the game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I made a joke and say the jungle buffs.
No, they're not gonna pick Jin jungle.
No, guys, he said he's gonna flex it. That's all I'm saying.
There's no way he plays Jin jungle.
It's a flex pick.
Yeah, I don't think it's Jin jungle. One thing I will say is B1ing Jin just opens up the other team to pick tanks. And now you hate your life. As we see the Renata locked in, I don't know if I want to see Aphelios. I'm not gonna lie.
I kind of want to see Aphelios. Aphelios is funny.
I mean, Aphelios is really, really strong, but like you need to be cracked mechanically. All right. Aphelios going to be coming in from the side of TD Syndicate. So Renato Aphelios, I'm hoping with this Jin that, I mean, I guess what you pick is like Karma or something, because I don't think you're going to be able to pick like Lulu or something. It wouldn't really make sense. You wouldn't pick Engage because it's into Renata. So like really you just try to, I guess, like poke her down. We'll see what the side of Genie is going to lock in though. And it's the Blitzcrank. All right. Well, Blitz does love picking Blitzcrank. I mean, I feel like this is an ISU special because ISU a bunch of the time when there's an Enchanter locked in, they will insta-lock Blitzcrank. Sometimes the Enchanter gets flexed and you don't like playing the game, but obviously you probably don't flex Renata. I think that's going support. As we're going to see the Victor also locked in. We got the Victor. We got the Blitz. We got the robots on the side of Genie. Both of them locked in. Trundle going to be the final answer for the side of TD Syndicate. And I don't know, I really like what TD Syndicate's kind of got going on really early on, Kobe.
Yeah, I mean, I think running the back, who no matter who's in jungle with the Trundle, is fine. I don't think like Trundle will ever kind of be like a bad pick. I think Trundle is like definitely up there in the meta. But I am excited that we are getting to see both Agent C6 and Omnis Penguin be able to reach in their champion ocean. Like, I don't remember the last time we've seen a Jin and EDL. I feel like we've seen affiliates before, but not as often. It is a really hard ADC to play mechanically, but they are both really fun ADCs to watch.
Yeah, now we're going to see the Graves being banned away. So Sethi, starting to get targeted a little bit. TD Syndicate are going to be banning away the Graves. We'll see if they ban away Wukong because Sethi does like to play a lot of Wukong in the jungle, and maybe that does get targeted. The Bug is going to get banned from the side of TD Syndicate. I know if Tyler T. Tizzle was watching, he'd be like, no, I love Kha'Zix. But Tyler is obviously probably not watching this one. He's probably playing some Lost Ark or something, kind of hanging out. As we see the Swain and the Scion being banned from the side of Genie Pearl. Now, we'll see what TD Syndicate is actually going to lock in here. Obviously, their mid laner is still left up, going to be going potentially with the Orianna. Now, Orianna, obviously, very stable mid pick. It's kind of good into anything. Don't put Katarina, please, no. Okay, well, LeBlanc is being hovered, but
Syndra, I think Syndra is not a good pick. I just think Syndra is pretty weak right now. Luckily, it's before all these like health and MR armor changes, because Syndra, I feel like, does not do that much damage.
Yeah,
like,
so
I feel like Syndra's only job in this game is gonna E-gen, press orange gen. That's it. That's all I can see Syndra kind of doing in this game.
Yeah, so I'm assuming the reason why TD Syndicate ended up picking Syndra is because Syndra is very good into Victor early. It can kind of help, or at least contest the Victor on waves and not let him basically poke you down early on. And Syndra also has very good wave clear compared to the Victor, who also has very good wave clear. So it's one of these like, hey, I'm gonna match you in lane. And on top of that, Syndra can outrange Victor if she does land that stun with the spheres, the balls. If she's able to land the stun, can just one-shot Victor. So that's kind of in a nutshell why you pick Syndra into the Victor. When Victor was very meta, people would ban away, the Quirky would be banned, and then the other team would just pick Syndra into it because Syndra, is, in a nutshell, is very good against the Victor. Jarvan potentially the last pick. That'd be pretty interesting. So with the Diana, this actually could be Trundle top, by the way. We never actually took that into consideration.
I think you're right.
This could be Trundle top. Yeah, this is going to be Trundle top.
Wait. Couldn't Olaf also be Flex top, though?
Unless, yeah, but I feel like the Malphite.
Yeah, I feel like the Malphite Trundle matchup would be better for, better than the Olaf Malphite. Yeah, but also Genie, they picked up the Viego, too. So this is kind of a banger draft.
Yeah, and Olaf is going to be going into the jungle, and the Trundle will be going top. Now, if it's the other way, I'll be very, very surprised, but I don't really see that happening. I think this is going to be the Olaf jungle. Super Square does play a lot of the Olaf in the jungle, and especially when you have something like the Renata, where you throw the W on the Olaf and you let Olaf go absolutely crazy. This could be very disgusting for TD Syndicate, especially if this Olaf gets ahead, because Olaf will run straight to your backline, avoiding all damage, or not all damage, all CC, and he's also going to have the bailout on him. So if he's able to just get one kill, guess what? Olaf's back alive. So it could be a nightmare scenario for the side of Genie Pearl. However, if this Olaf does fall behind, he's going to be useless. He's just going to run in and die and get one pop. So This game, again, TD Syndicate really heavily relying on their jungler, just like they relied on Juice. Going to be playing around Super Square in the jungle. And for the side of Genie, obviously, this Victor gets ahead. Victor can 1v9. Victor can absolutely one-shot the backline, and there's really nothing that Renata can kind of do about it with the bailout. I know Phelios does struggle into those, really long-range artillery mages. So if this Victor does get ahead, Genie Pearl can just rely on Gabe Recall in the mid lane to absolutely dominate this game. Kobe, you got anything else to say before we kind of head to a break here?
I definitely think the jungle matchup is probably the most important. And that's saying I feel like both like Viego and Olaf, they can both like snowball really hard, or you're just gonna be doing nothing at all. Because like I remember back in like 2020, like Blabber on C9 would always pick Olaf, and he's a really good jungler, so he would usually like the snowball games instantly. Because that's what Olaf's a really snowbally champion. But if you get behind an Olaf, you're kind of useless. Like you're gonna pop your ult, run in, and die. So I'm definitely looking forward to the jungle matchup in Game 2.
Yeah, this matchup is going to be really, really important for both of these teams. But with that, we're going to head to a short break. And when we come back, Game 2 action between Genie Pearl and TD Syndicate. Don't go anywhere.
See you. I don't wanna hear you tonight. I don't wanna fight you. You don't wanna know if I feel alright. I don't wanna just forgive you. I just wanna be fine. I've been waiting for a sign to light up. Yeah. And your heart is out of sight. I just wanna feel mine. Hey you. I'm gonna be the one for another one. Hey you. Maybe then you know that I was never one. feel like you're about to sink. I don't wanna just forget you, but I wanna be fine. I'll be waiting for a sign to light up, yeah. And your heart is out of sight. I just wanna feel mine. Hey you, I could become the one for another one. Hey you, maybe then you'll know that I was never one. I'm gonna be the one for another one. Maybe then you'll know that I was never one. I'm gonna be the one for another one. I don't wanna fear you tonight. Got me. Got me. I don't wanna see you. I don't wanna hear you tonight. I don't wanna fight you. You don't wanna know if I feel alright.
And I ain't stopping, no I ain't stopping, homie regardless, And I ain't stopping, no I ain't stopping, I'm just getting started, let's go. My skin is pale, but I'm a black sheep, riding through the city, Satan in the backseat. Hey yo, that's me, I run it like a track meet, a rap fiend, I set the bar high like an athlete. Step in the booth and Zach gon' drop that 808, cause the vibe is dope and the beat is cracking, now it's getting laced. I'm sharp as a razor blade, I can blow your mind like JFK. I do what I want, you ain't gonna box me in like David Blaine. We get it poppin', homie, day and night. Got the party jumping, about to break the ice. Stay up on my grind, that's my way of life. I got tunnel vision, I'ma chase that ray of light. Stay up on my grind, that's my way of life. I stay fly, without a travel visa. I stay high, smoking on that gasolina. And when a Filipina tells me Malakita, I put two and two together like a ballerina. This music is more than a paycheck, no money in the bank cause I make sense. I put in work till I'm brain dead. I spit a fast soul like a break next, and the crowd goes wild, AM, mayhem. We get it poppin', homie, day and night. Got the party jumping, about to break the ice. Stay up on my grind, that's my way of life. I got tunnel vision, I'ma chase that ray of light. Stay up on my grind, that's my way of life. I got tunnel vision, I'ma chase that ray of light.
Alrighty, everyone. Hello and welcome to Game 2 action between Genie Pearl and TD Syndicate. Kobe, we're going to start this one off. Break it down for me. What are you looking for in this game?
Well, I think the Blitzcrank, first of all, the Blitz, yeah, right, he's right there. Thank you, Exernian. One hook can decide this whole game, especially late game, right? You know, you hooked out Aphelios into your team, boom, Aphelios are gone, and that's like a lot of TDS damage is gone instantly. But I think the more important thing is the jungle matchup, is which jungler is gonna snowball harder in this game.
Yeah, I think the jungle matchup is going to be really, really important. Obviously, Seti against Super Square. Viego versus the Olaf should be very interesting to see how this one does go. Look how many wards were placed early. Oh my god. Did Red Side all place a ward? Oh my god, they did. TD Syndicate, they all placed wards. Respect. They are getting the vision down early. They're like, we're all placing wards, guys. So that is pretty crazy coming through from the side of TD Syndicate. You know, they're all synergized with the wards. They all place wards level 1. But yeah, we'll have to see how this one's going to go in this game. TD Syndicate dragging that bot wave. Actually not going to be able to deny any XP from the side of Genie. Not able to deny any XP. Both junglers starting again on that same side of the map. HViz trying to look for a hook, but wasn't able to land that one. And one thing to keep in mind is obviously the hook costs a lot of mana. I think it's 100.
And it's a really long cooldown.
Yeah, it's a really long cooldown. So if you miss like 2 hooks, 3 hooks, you're out of mana already. So do need to keep that one in mind. He does have the biscuits, so can sustain a little bit in that bottom lane. But yeah, I mean, you miss those hooks, they really, add up if you do miss a couple.
Yeah. We have Arcane spoilers in the mid lane right now.
Oh my god. Is that Victor from Arcane?
Arcane spoilers.
I heard Syndra is in Arcane.
No, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're actually griefing.
Blitzcrank's gonna be in Arcane.
Yeah. I think Blitzcrank will be in for sure.
Yeah, Blitzcrank will be in Arcane. I think that's the only one, right? In this game besides Victor. Maybe Jin, but I don't know if Jin will be in it. That'd be cool though. Yeah, not really much going on. Oh, right, Blitzcrank, he's walking forward. Oh, not able to land the hook. Does get the flash though out of Agency 6 though. So, I mean, the hook was most likely, it probably, I will say it was going to land. So, flash coming through, obviously not going to go. If the hook does go through, I think that's Agency 6 just dying. So, good flash coming through in that one. His Gabe Recall is a little bit low under this tower. Does have the corrupting pots to sustain himself. A Super Square now on this top side. And the Malphite is pushing, so his wave in a really bad spot. As he go, they're gonna look onto Cook. Does have the flash available. You not even have to use it, to be honest. It's a really big wave, and yeah, I mean, Cook just kind of gonna walk out of that one, and doesn't have to really use that flash. Go. Oh, the hook is going.
The hook lands.
On the rhyme. That's gonna be some damage coming through. The root comes through. That's gonna be the pullback, but no kill going through. Actually, has to use the heal though from Agent C6 in that bottom lane. So a big hook coming through from HViz on the Blitzcrank.
This is why I like seeing as Olaf. That's like really just being aggressive, just invading constantly. I mean, it might not work out all the time, but I like to see it.
Yeah, they're going to be looking on to Cook, and 3 strong from the side of Genie. They decide, all right, guys, maybe we don't want to go for this one. A Super Square. Maybe he fancies himself, 1v3. And is going to keep going. Now with the Syndra. Okay, it looks like nothing's going to happen now. He's just walking. Won't be going in on that. Nope, he's going in. Okay, listen. This Olaf is a giga chat. He's going in. Look at him. He's like, I'm going in! He has this fight, actually. Oh, he does. He picks
got it.
Up. Wait, he's going on to Seti. Seti has a flash and will get out.
Unlucky.
Now Cook trying to go on to Super Square, but
he can win this.
Super Square,
I think he can win this.
Be able to win this one. Oh, that's the stun coming through, and unfortunately, Super Square goes a little bit too far forward. He has the ghost, not the flash, so he's not able to follow Seti in the jungle. Summoners burn, but at the end of the day, Genie able to find themselves a kill.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that play from Super Square though. Like, I think Olaf, you need to have that aggressiveness. Like you do a lot more damage when you're lower health. So I can see the play. I just think Super Square got a little unlucky in the end. Yeah, but overall it'd be 1 kill for GNE. Does put the Viego like a little bit behind in XP though. I'm taking that blue buff away, taking all those camps on the top side.
Yeah, able to take away the blue buff, but you know, at the end of the day, the kill does go over. It actually goes to the Malphite, which unfortunately is probably not the person you want it on, but regardless, a kill is a kill. You take those. And the gold is even in this game. Super Square is on the bottom side of the map, and the wave is pushing. So maybe this the side of Genie accidentally walk up, but TD, you are making this a little bit too obvious. You're walking very far forward, and you know, maybe the side of Genie is like, hey, these guys are kind of walking at us. What's going on here?
Oh no. This seemed illegal.
Listen, Seth, he's just going for the wraparound, Kobe. He's just wrapping around. Now he's gonna make the play as HVIZ maybe looking. He's gonna walk forward, not able to find anything. Now they look on to Agency 6 though, as that's the no. You know, listen. I think the play was a good idea. You know, he was gonna flash and then hook in the Aphelios, and obviously Aphelios with no stuns is gonna be going down.
You gotta flash E then hook that. I think though it's like,
you know, listen. It was a good attempt. The execution was a little off.
You missed 400% of the shots you don't take when Griffin.
That is true. What if he didn't do it? Then he wouldn't have even had a chance. So, you know, he's at least going for it. He's got the confidence to go for it. But unfortunately, is not able to find anything. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we're going to see an all come through from Gabe Recall, actually chunking down this Syndra. Getting her pretty low, doesn't have the TP available. HVIZ now in the mid lane. Olaf coming to a hover. As HVIZ is walking up. The Syndra does have the flash, but with the minion wave coming in, yeah, I can't really land that hook on to this Syndra. He's going to pick up the cannon and kind of just take that one. So we have the cannon taking that one. It seems the top lane for the side of TD Syndicate kind of just saying, hey guys, listen, if you put me on champs that, you know, can build Hullbreaker, I'm just going to split till we win the game. So looks like he's going to be doing it again. But this time on the Trundle. No Scion. It's Trundle this time, baby. It's going to be on the troll, doing a little bit of trolling. As now the side of GD, they are going to be starting up this dragon. I believe it probably should go to them, but maybe we see a fight.
Yeah, I think there's.
It's going to.
They should just be able to. Yeah, it has to. It has to.
Seth, he's dead! Oh. Actually didn't have the smite. Oh, Cook! Going back in. Looking on to this. Cook running forward. It's his Malphite. That's the flash.
Where's the Q?
Cook has the flash forward, and he's going to get it 2-0 on the Malphite. Cook, another solo kill. I think this guy is the most solo kills in the league on Malphite, probably. Like, this guy, for some reason, on Malphite, is just able to find solo killing. And it's like, what is happening? But Cook able to get himself another kill on the top side. And this is huge for the side of Genie if they can really put down this Trundle early. You know, obviously, it won't be much of a threat later on, but Super Square now here, there is no flash. Cook doesn't have anything. He is going to go down. That's the shutdown. Going to Olaf in the mid lane. Lemon Sap solo killing Gabe Recall. Lemon Sap in this series really has had Gabe Recall's number, and it's been a large reason why the side of TD Syndicate has had a ton of success.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think you said last game, Lemon Sap is, like, not, like, as well known as someone like Gabe Recall. Now, Gabe Recall, we've been talking about the last few weeks as it's being really consistent. It's a really good mid, but, like, Lemon Sap has gotten the better of Gabe Recall this series so far.
Yeah, Lemon Sap, you know, has been doing very, very well in the mid lane so far for the side of TD Syndicate. And Goldlean is now in the favor of TD Syndicate as Olaf is going to be doing this Rift Herald. He doesn't have the smite. Oh, Cook ends up stealing the Rift Herald. What more can you ask from this guy on the Malphite? He solo kills his lane. He walks up. He just takes the Rift Herald. This guy is on a tear for the side of GD.
I mean, I think when do you have to, like, start respecting Cook's Malphite? There has to be, like, some time, you know, because he always gets Malphite. It's always available for him.
It's just a Cook Malphite gap. What can I say? This guy's absolutely bonkers on the Malphite.
Rock solid.
Oh, good
the
hook
hook
coming
lands.
through from HViz. Now here we go. That's Ronaldo going to be used. Nice flash from Ominous Penguin. The exhaust going to be used. Won't be able to take him down, though. We'll see if the curtain call is going to come through from Ominous Penguin on the Jhin, but decides not to. Rift Herald now going to be used on the top side. Going to get some plates for a Cook. Fortunately, again, it is going to the Malphite, but he's been having such a good game. Why not? As meanwhile, we look back into the bot lane. There's no summoners available. Rhyme's going to be flashing forward, pulling back that Blitzcrank Super Square with the gank coming through, able to get the kill. That's 2 for the Olaf in this one. So kills tied at 3, and a much closer game in this one, Kobe. As Ominous Penguin does need to be a bit careful. Maybe the side of TD fancy a dive, but
This is really hard outplay.
oh, here we go.
Shen,
Here
yep.
comes the dive. Ominous Penguin nowhere to go. Super Square finds himself the 3rd kill of the game. Meanwhile, side of
Diego.
Lemon Sap has to burn the flash.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Seppi
Oh.
has to flash out of that one. A nice flash from Lemon Sap in that mid lane, coach.
Yeah, it's, we might see the Blitzcrank get dive now too, but yeah, Jhin under tower is not great at all. Jhin is a really hard ADC, especially without like Gale Force or Flash Up to outplay any kind of dive, because you have a very limited attack speed, and you don't have that much mobility. You have your traps and your W. That's about it for utility, and Olaf literally just able to run at the Jhin. 3-2, so Olaf is ahead, and this is what you like to see if you are a TDS fan.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the Olaf very, very far ahead. His HP's coming in the mid lane. There is no flash available for this Syndra flash forward. They're going to be punishing Lemon Sap. He has nowhere to go. He will go down. Blitzcrank does get the kill, but nevertheless, it's a kill to the side of G and E.
A bit unlucky that the Blitzcrank KS that. That's a times 9 report, in my opinion.
You report the
Report Blitz.
Blitz or what?
Yeah,
GG.
Griefing.
Oh, here we go.
Actually,
Olaf is running
he's
forward.
going in.
Oh my
He
god!
ghosted. He ghosted.
He's so fast.
Oh, he's dead.
No, that's gonna be a
Oh, my-
double, right?
Surely
Surely
the power of the Olaf.
Oh no. It's Super Square on the Olaf. Again, we said if this guy gets ahead with the Renata, because he's just gonna zoom at you and you have nothing you can do. 5-2 for the side of Super Square on this Olaf. Absolutely popping off.
Funny to watch too. It looks like so braid that he pops his ghost, he pops his ult, and he just runs at you. And it's Q, and then just auto attacks you to death.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the power of Olaf. I mean, if he gets ahead and you have something like an enchanter to really buff you up, I mean, the champion can become absolutely disgusting. Very, very scary for the side of G&E. Like, now they got to find a way to deal with this Olaf, and he's already 5-2. You get a Death Dance in there, and is this guy going to die? Like,
Death Dance,
I don't
and then
know
you
if
go to like a Guardian Angel, and if you die,
oh
You're
no,
back
the
up.
side
Uh-oh.
of G and E,
Uh-oh.
they don't have anywhere to go. Super Square able to pick up one. Now I'm going to be looking on to HViz. Ominous Penguin walking away. Should be able to get out of that one. Now Olaf is running forward if he can land the axe, and he does. No flash available for this Blitzcrank. That's the ult coming through. Super Square is dominating on the Olaf. 7-2. It's a jungle kingdom from him. He's just picking off this Blitzcrank and just able to find himself kills. He's even looking into the bot lane on the
How
Ominous
is-
Penguin.
it's Super Square. He does not care at all. Now it's 7-2. It's perfectly executed game plan from TDS. Just let the Olaf run wild in this one. And also, you can tell like Renata has been a big part of it too, because Renata is 0-0-6. So like you said, the Renata and Olaf together is a very scary combination. Is absolutely running this game right now.
Yeah, I mean, Renata 0-0-6 with that Olaf. I mean, working out very, very good for the side of TDS. They're now going to be looking on to Cook. Here comes Seth, the end of that top side flash going to be burned. That's going to be the Malphite out going through. Should be able to get the kill onto the Trundle. Cook able to get himself a kill. Gabe recall, does walk out alive. Doesn't go down just yet. Now Sethi walking forward on a Lemon Tap. Lemon Tap doesn't have the flash available. That's the pillar coming through. Hook is going to land. That's the stun coming out, but you need to watch this Olaf. How much can he get done? Lemon Tap, if he can get a reset, he can stay alive, but the answer is no. But Super Square, he is there. We'll be able to find one. He's looking on to Sethi. He finds one now. That's the ult going to be burned. He's going to be looking on to Gabe Recall. Does Gabe Recall have enough damage? No flash available for this Olaf. Rhymes walking forward, gets hooked in. Good hook coming through. That's the root. Rhymes flashes away, but he goes down. A huge play from the side of G&E, but this Olaf 8-2-0, Kobe.
Yeah, the Olaf is looking scary, but that did look a little better from G&E. One of the start of the fight, they caught Toronto no man's landed. What just happened?
A one for one, you know?
1 for 1.
As you know, they're able to kill the Aphelios, but Blitzcrank does fall, but it looks like Jin was able to trade.
That's
back.
worth. I think that's worth.
Oh no. As you know, Genie, they are down 1K. TDS, obviously Super Squares look like an absolute beast in the jungle. But other than that, I mean, it's really Super Square, you know, gonna be running over the side of Genie. He now has the Spirit Visage, so already has 2 items extra healing coming through for the Olaf. And yeah, Genie needs Grievous like really, really bad. They have it on Malphite, but I think more people are going to, and you know, they're going to need more Grievous than that to be able to stop this Olaf, because right now I'm pretty sure he can run over the entire team.
Especially when he gets that death dance built.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be
God.
It's gonna be a bit of a problem.
Oh, Cook is going to face check. Now he does have the ultimate. H-Fizz now looking onto the 3. Agency 6 gonna get caught out. That's gonna be the stun coming through. Hook gonna be coming out. That's gonna be the ult from the Blitzcrank. That's 1 down. Now Cook gonna be running away. Rhymes will also
Cook a turn. Has ult.
He has ult. Decides not to use it. That's 2 kills to the side of G&E, slowly starting to make their way back into this game.
And the goal lead now. Yeah, a bit of a
comes out. That's gonna be the ult used, but Gabe Recall, he's turning this one around. Doesn't have the flash. Not able to find anything more onto Lemon Sap, but the ult is burning. Gabe Recall almost able to get a solo kill, and it looks like this game, you know, kind of just turned on its head. Genie really starting to fight back, but you still need to keep in mind, Super Square's 8-2-0 on the Olaf. Like, this guy's absolutely massive, and the rest of his team might not be very big, but he is a juggernaut. And the side of Genie, they need to find a way to kill this Olaf, because if they can shut Olaf down, they have a decent chance at winning this game. But obviously, when Olaf has the ghost, when Olaf has the ultimate,
here he comes. Here he comes.
No stopping him. As here we go. He's going to be running forward. There's no way to stop this guy, but he's not able to find a kill. Now he's going to be running.
Cook has ultimate.
He's going to have to run away. Cook does have that ult. When he's going to look to turn, looks like
Cook.
The answer is he's going to ult out. If the root comes through from
dead.
Agency 6, he gets the kill. Didn't even need that root, but with the Gale Force, he's able to find the kill. And now the side of TD Syndicate going to be turning towards the dragon. It's another Hex Tech Soul Imposter Infernal Soul in the top left, but now the side of TD Syndicate going to be able to pick up the dragon.
Yeah, a bit of a misplay, I would say, from Cook is not ulting out immediately.
Oh, the hook is actually going to land on a Super Square.
I don't think he wants that.
Alive. Now the Berserker going to be coming down. He's going to stay alive. Oh, huge shutdown.
Huge shutdown.
He is very low. The dragon's now going to be regenerating. That's an absolute massive hook coming through from the side of G&E. The good news is for TD Syndicate, they were able to get 2 kills. Trundle now on the Rift Herald. Kobe, this is a super close game number 2.
I mean, that shutdown, that was 1,000 gold shutdown. H-Fizz kind of sacrificing himself by hooking Olaf over the wall to get Sethi that big shutdown. And TDS will pick up the second Rift Herald. And we also have to talk about like this Trundle, like it's like last game, the split pushing power that TDS is gonna have from the top lane is gonna be massive. Because Trundle it's like that Scion, you know, can split push very, very well with the Q and the Hole Breaker.
Yeah, now the Rift Herald are going to be put into the mid lane, but TDS, you're on the wrong side of the Rift. Super Square is running in. This is going to be a team fight for sure. How much?
Oh my god!
The side of G&E, they just absolutely wipe TD Syndicate. Now it's on the Olaf, but he can't do anything. It's 4 down. Super Square trying to run away. Will he be able to get out of this one? Is the question. He has no flash. That's the pillar coming through. G&E, they're going to get the ace. Double kill for Sethi. Baron is now up. Absolute deletion, perfection in the team fight, and now G&E turn their eyes to Baron.
And Cook completely just whipped his ultimate at the start of that fight too. You see here, like, he Cook looking for lemon saps, absolutely misses, but then a big silence, and then Victor, it's everything that's layered all at once from G&E, and it's a domination of a team fight. And they're gonna get Baron off of this too. G&E, they look like they're going to be in control of this game now.
Yeah, that is absolutely massive for the side of G&E, able to pick up that huge team fight. Gabe Recall, the star in that one, on the Victor, just deleting health bars. Everyone gets caught, and now the huge shutdowns. It's a huge momentum swing to the side of G&E, and now, I mean, Super Square can do a ton. Don't get me wrong. This guy can kill, maybe one person, kill one, maybe two, but the rest of his team is really behind now. So he's going to have to do the heavy lifting if the side of TD Syndicate want to have a chance in this game.
Yeah, and that's the problem too. Like, Super Square is really ahead, but for TDS, that seems like the only good news for them is that Super Square is 8-4-2. I mean, it was 7-2, and now 8-4-2. So definitely kind of starting to fall off as G&E just look like the better team overall this game.
Yeah, Genie definitely has looked really, really good. Oh, that's a hook onto the Aphelios. Agency 6 is going to be flashing away. They don't get the kill, and now here we go. Olaf going to be running into the mid lane, but that exhaust going to be coming down. Seth going to be running forward. Here comes the ultimate curtain call going to be coming down. Hits one, hits two. Can he hit the fourth? If he's able to hit the fourth onto a carry, it's going to be a kill. Boom!
Oh my goodness.
Olaf falls. Now, Lemon Sap looking to trade one back. Gabe Recall with the stopwatch. Lemon Sap doesn't have the flash. He's going to be going down. G&E Pearl, they've just turned it on. Now pushing down the mid lane. It is 3 dead. 30 seconds on the Olaf. 35 seconds on this Syndra. Potentially they looked at in Kobe.
Yeah, and I think they should be able to. I mean, it kind of scary at the start when Olaf was running over the game, but G&E able to come back together and it's out team fight TDS to looks like a game 2 victory and would even up the series.
Yeah, they're actually just going to get the inhib and back off. They're not going to look to, potentially try to end. They're going to go for the safe play. Now I'm going to look for this bot lane, but the game is just blown wide open for the side of G&E, and it was that one team fight that really turned it. I mean, the pick onto the Olaf was nice, that huge shutdown, but that huge team fight from the side of G&E just turning the game in their favor, because I feel like the game was really, really close. It was slightly in the TD Syndicate's favor, right? Like, really, they had a slight edge, but that team fight just turned the whole game around.
Yeah, and I like I said, I think G&E, they are up there with Coach's Tyranny as the best team fighting team in the league. They're so well coordinated, and they've grown so much as a team over the split, and it's really fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, they've looked. I mean, this team has been super fun to watch, right? Like, the rookies coming in, not really new to the scene, and just kind of been taking the league by storm and playing very well. And I mean, I think the side of TD Syndicate, Agency 6 on the bot lane, another one of these rookies that had a ton of talent during the season. I think he's had a fantastic playoffs and season so far. Like, this guy coming, basically out of nowhere and just absolutely popping off for the side of TD Syndicate, being one of their best players, I'd say. Paired with Rhymes, who Rhymes has played a lot in the scene, has a lot of, veteran, is a veteran in the league, and putting those two together has seemed to work really, really well for the side of TD Syndicate. But nevertheless, it is a 1-1, 1-1. It is 1-0 for the side of TD Syndicate. Dragon now is up in 20 seconds. It is that Hex Tech, and I don't think the side of TD Syndicate is going to contest this one. It looks like they're not going to. With Trundle without the TP, I just feel like they're not going to walk to this, as Olaf's on the top side of the map. So the Drake is just going to go over to the side of Genie.
It should be an easy soul point for G&E. They can just kind of look to not really rush things. You can play out till this this next Drake, which is Glitch again. Thank you, Riot. It's the Hex Tech Soul. But
it's a small indie company.
Yeah, TDS, they don't have a whole lot of options on what to do right now. I mean, I think Toronto's doing the most that Toronto can right now to split push him, but it's going to be collapse on here. Cook Olsen for the gap closer, pressure the Q, Gabe Recall to be able. Ooh, Trundle might be out. Oh, the blitz.
Yeah, Trundle is running. I mean, if he doesn't get tagged, oh yeah, he's actually out of this one.
Wow.
They're able to get the tower and kind of get out. Really well played from.
The
God,
heist.
how do you say that name?
Jet.
Do you want to pronounce it, Kobe? You want to take a shot?
No.
Okay, so are we just gonna say Trundle?
Yeah.
Yes, the Trundle. Okay,
Aphelios is dead.
That is Aphelios going down. Ominous Penguin able to find the kill, and that's a pick for the side of G&E. Baron isn't up for a minute, so I mean they won't be able to get anything with that, but they are, kind of gonna walk in for vision, and looks like that's kind of all they're gonna be able to get.
Yeah, I mean, barring any miracle team fight from TDS, G&E and they just have to play this game slow. Like this game 2 is on their terms right now, and they shouldn't be looking to let's kind of force the end fast because you can possibly throw during that. But I think they're the right thing, just playing it really calculated. They do have the Hextech Soul in 3 minutes. But they might just look for a team fight here because TDS, they are grouped as 5. Cook does have his ultimate.
Yeah, you got to watch Super Square in this one. He has the ult. He has the ghost. Now he's going to be going in. That's going to be Super Square going in. If he's able to find one, it would be absolutely massive. He's going to be running in, but he isn't going to be able to find anyone. He does stay alive, though, in this one. That's one down. Trundle getting a bunch of damage. It looks like the side of TD Syndicate maybe has a chance in this one, but the resets are going to be coming through from the Viego. Ominous Penguin's walking forward. He says, I'm going to show you a frontline Jin. As now it's a 2v1. This Trundle, what can he do? The whole breaker is active. He's running forward. Can he take down Sethi? He has the healing. They're just slapping each other as now Trundle is going to be walking away, but the team fight does go to the side of G&E.
Yeah, but probably not as clean as they would want, as far ahead as they are in this game right now. Aphelios was doing a bunch of damage with the ultimate there, and then you had Super Square is able to stay alive for so long due to the Renata, due to all the healing items, so that he wouldn't die. Yeah, a bit unlucky in the end for Sethi, I think, not being able to fully kill out the Trundle, but overall, it is a team fight win for G&E.
Yeah, G&E able to take the team fight, absolutely massive for this one. Not, a big enough team fight win where they can, kind of end the game. It's a 4K lead for them, so still ahead in this game. Soul going to be spawning in 2 minutes, but this game is very, very close. This is not like game 1 where TD Syndicate, they took the lead and kind of just steamrolled over. This one has been a lot closer, and I mean, it could go either way at this point. I feel like, anyone can end up taking this game, as Baron has now spawned, and maybe the side of G&E could be looking for a potential pick here. Inhibitor has now respawned for the side of TD Syndicate, so there is that. So not gonna have the supers flooding their base anymore. Rhymes does need to be a bit careful because if he steps too far, Blitzcrank is sitting in that bush, potentially looking for a pull. So they know Ominous Penguin is there. They don't know this Blitzcrank is. Oh no, they're pinging it. They've got it. They know someone's in there. They're like, hey guys, where do you think Blitz is? I think he's right there. As the pings did come down. A minute until this Drake spawns, Kobe.
Yeah, and I'm wondering what G&E, like, are they just going to give up this one Drake and let's go do Baron, or are they going to be able to, do they want to fight for Soul? Because they all look like they kind of want to do the Baron. They're just going to start off right now.
Yeah, Baron is going to be started from the side of G&E.
Blitzcrank's on a ward.
Yeah, Blitzcrank is on a ward. Now, Trundle does have the TP, so can TP in this one, but I don't know if the side of TDS is going to... Yeah, this Baron's just going over, Kobe. I mean, TDS is just not able to walk in, and G&E able to secure...
They might be able to just go grab the Soul, too.
Yeah, and Cook going to be able to use the TP to stop that Trundle push. Soul going to be up in 20 seconds. Now, TDS are making their way into the river, and Cook obviously has to walk over, while Trundle will be able to beat him there, but... The side of Genie, they do have Baron, so if they really want, they could just say, hey, we don't care about the dragon, we're just going to run it down. But Trundle looking for a flank, that's a huge scatter of the week, and now the fight is going to begin. Ominous Penguin is just going to go down, but that's going to be Aphelios now, so no ADCs in this team fight, but Sethi takes the bot, he says, I will be the ADC, as in the backside, Gabriel called to pick up one, and it looks like the side of G&E are winning this team fight, but Super Square, he's staying alive, can he do it? He's running forward, he just needs 1-0, and he's not able to find it. Gabe Recall with with the double rhymes, the last one alive, and it's time to pay for your crimes on Summoner's Rift, as that's going to be the TP coming through from Gabe Recall.
They should have
game
time.
number 2, or should go to the side of Genie.
Yeah.
Now, Aphelios does have 10 seconds until he responds.
20 seconds on
so
Syndra.
maybe he can hold Kobe.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's actually gonna be really close.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to. I think this might be game.
Yeah, I think it's game. Cook is full.
Yeah, they're going to be targeting one tower. The Aphelios has now spawned. He's going to have to somehow try to stop this one. Syndra's up in 3 seconds. The ultimate is going to be burned. He's going to be able to find the Blitzcrank. He's going to be able to stay alive. He's running forward. He's not able to find Gabe Rico.
It's not going to be enough.
Syndra is here. If Syndra's able to kill Gabe Rico, oh my god, he kills Gabe Rico. Now, this is Cook. He's left alone. He's targeting the Nexus. Will he be able to take it? Trundle is now up.
They did it.
He can't end the game.
Wow.
TD Syndicate stays alive in this one. However, they do have open Nexus, so at any point, they can just get backdoored, Kobe.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of wondered, like, if Cook was just able to tank up all the turret shots for the other tower, and they both hit different towers at the same time, would they be able to have enough time to kill the Nexus? But, you know, Cook is out of there. Ace Fizz and Gabe Recall both go down, and TDS does live to fight at least one more team fight, but you know, like open Nexus is so hard to defend, especially if you have Gabe Recall and Cook. They both have TP.
So is this gonna be now a game where Genie just tries to backdoor and TD Syndicate just tries to stay alive? Like, are we about to have like a 50-minute game where like they're just trying to backdoor and they just can't backdoor, Kobe?
It's gonna be a banger.
It's gonna be a banger. That's all you gotta say.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, it's just gonna be a banger, he says. Is Super Square obviously very, very big on this Olaf. 4 items. This guy's a little bit big, guys. Don't worry, he's 10 kills in this game. But you know, the Aphelios now 3 items starting to come online. And Super Square just running forward. He said, I don't really care what's happening in this one. Is Cook going to walk out of that? But yeah, again, open Nexus. I mean, the side of Genie should just be able to, you know, end with the open Nexus. It's really hard to play because you ever leave your base, you lose. As now, ooh, Team Syndicate, maybe potentially looking for a play here. Uh-oh, Lemon Sap. He's on the wrong side of the rift. He's like, uh-oh, hold on, guys. Wait a minute. Hold up. As Trundle is splitting. I mean, he does have Hullbreaker. If the side of TD Syndicate can somehow hold this off, I mean, Trundle will end the game, but Cook, Cook is just running it down. He's trying to get the Nexus. Here comes the movement. Cook, where are you going, buddy? Cook, where are you going?
The good thing is the Trundle was forced to get off the bot
That
wave.
is true. That was the play.
Yeah, maybe it was Giga IQ.
Guys, he's like, guys, I'm gonna run it down so that I can end up, you know, getting the TP from Trundle. The bad news is that they got bot tower, the side of T Syndicate, and now that's an open Nexus, and this Trundle can split, right? Like, obviously can split and try to end the game. But again, it's open Nexus. Like, it's really hard to try to, you know, be able to walk out of your base even, because they can just backdoor. Now Nada is going to be resetting. So the side of Genie, they're just going to try to backdoor. That, I mean, they're like, just try to end the game. And I mean, I guess TD Syndicate's going to try to backdoor with the Trundle. The problem is, I don't think TD Syndicate can 4v5, right? Like, I don't think they can. And I feel like, you know, I guess the only option is, hey guys, we just got to hope Trundle ends the game. Now,
I mean, we got 3 minutes till Elder, and I think
if they
like,
get the Elder, they can.
TDS could definitely win with Elder.
Yeah, they do have a chance. But Baron spawning in a minute. Do need to keep that in mind. If Baron goes over to the side of G&E, I don't think they're getting back.
It kind of feels noon.
Yeah, because with the, you know, Baron empowered recalls, it's almost impossible to backdoor, because they need to be in, you know, they're back in an instant, and you can't really get anything. You might get an inhibitor, but he has to get an inhibitor in 2 towers, which is really, really hard. Here we go, Super Square. He's going in. He's going unstoppable. He's just running in, but this is the duality of Olaf. You can only go in, as that's going to be Agency 6 picking up 1, just gets 4 shot for his entire HP bar, and that is going to be the game without a doubt. G&E, they pull this one back and are going to be able to take game number 2. And Kobe, we are now going to be in a best of 3.
Yeah, it's a bit of an anticlimactic ending. We were talking about all these possibilities, like, oh, I want a TDS, like, get Elder and win a team fight. And they can still win, but we have Olaf just running in, try to get Gabe recall and dies, and then the team fight falls apart from there. Yeah, but like really clean team play overall from G&E. Over the
an
game for a little bit,
absolute
but G&E
massive
able
game two for the side of a G and E. It seems blue side in the series. I mean, it is 2-0. So, I mean, if it comes down to side selection, TD Syndicate's going to win because they have, they have the home ice advantage. They're the team that has the side selection advantage. So Genie wants to win the series. They've got to find a way to win on red side because otherwise we're just going to go to 5 and TD Syndicate's going to win with blue side. Now, we'll have to see if that is what's going to happen in this series. But I mean, both teams, we've seen a solid game 1 from TD Syndicate. We've seen a solid game 2 from Genie Pearl. So, I mean, I feel like the series at this point could go either way. Kobe, you got anything before we're going to head to a break?
I mean, yeah, we're like I said, like, we are in a best of 3 now, but like how going deeper and deeper, because we still have at least 2 more games to play. How are the mentals of the teams going to hold up? Is my question going into game 3.
All right, we're going to go to a short break, but when we come back, game 3 action between TD Syndicate and Genie Pearl. We'll see you guys there.
You try hard to find the answer when no one knows how it feels between disasters. It comes and goes. The life of dreams is moving faster, and no one knows the constant fear of what comes after. We'll never know.
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to game number 3 action between TD Syndicate and G&E Pearl. TD Syndicate going to be on the blue side, G&E Pearl going to be on the red side. And again, you know, blue side 2-0 in this series, and G&E Pearl has to find a way to win on red side. Kobe, what do you think, you know, that's going to start with?
I mean, I did really like their draft. Last time it kind of enabled their bot lane more. I think the Jhin pick did fine. I think Gabe Recall and the Victor actually looked good, which is really good because, you know, TD Syndicate was able to ban out the Veigar and the Corki. I mean, overall, if you keep getting Cook on that Malphite on top lane, or something Cook is comfortable with, I think Genie is going to be fine to be able to get our more comfort picks throughout the whole team. Because I feel like Cook on Malphite is unlocks the team more, because, you know, he can hold Cook and hold his own top lane, or he's able to roam down. You know, he has that big Malphite ult. He's able to make plays all around the map. So, I think if you're Genie, you kind of don't switch up from your last draft. I think that draft did fine.
Yeah, and we'll have to see what the side of G&E is going to do for this in this 1. I think this team has, you know, had a solid season. They've had really good drafting. So we're gonna have to see what they're gonna do. Now, TD Syndicate, obviously, in game number 1 with Jesus Juice, were able to just absolutely steamroll over the side of G&E. So hopefully, you know, they can pull it back in the series. Now it is 1-1. It's a best of 3 now. I mean, technically the first 2 games don't really matter. So we'll have to see what is going to happen. We see the Lucian Corki. So TD Syndicate, again, just really targeting the mid laner, Gabe Recall. We'll see, you know, if they're going to leave up Veigar, because if they do, I would see the side of Genie Pearl banning it, because otherwise, you know, they could just be one Veigar. And TD Syndicate, you know, in the first game with that Veigar looked really, really good.
Silas is going to be banned away.
Yeah, we see the Silas going to be banned away, and now the Veigar has to be banned again. Still 3 bans towards Gabe Recall. Decided TD Syndicate said, hey, we're just going to ban out this mid. That's how we're going to win this series. And, you know, it's worked decently well, as Wukong is going to be hovered. We'll see if it is going to be a locked in for the side of TD Syndicate. It is a flex pick, so
Monkey time.
it can be going into the jungle. It can be going into the top lane. So we'll have to see, you know, where that pick is going to be going, Kobe.
Yeah, if I had to guess right now, I think it's Super Square did really good on all last games. I would not be surprised if you give Super Square the Wukong, but Genie picks up the Renata this time. Renata 100% pick rate in the series so far.
Yeah, Renata going to be locked in for the side of Genie. Obviously, HV is probably his best champion. I'd say is really good with the Renata. Definitely had a better game too on the Blitzcrank, but his Renata is really, really good at this champ. And now it is going to be locked in. The side of TD Syndicate going to be hovering the Orianna. Now, if they do lock in the Ori, that's going to be the Wukong Ori. And yeah, obviously Wukong Ori, very, very scary for the side of Genie. You know, obviously bunch of wombo combo and you know, damage coming through. So TD Syndicate have a good draft so far. Genie Pearl does need to be a bit careful, but we'll see what that pick is going to be up here next for the side of TD Syndicate, Kobe.
Yeah, and I think overall, you know, the Orianna is a, you know, kind of bread and butter pick and comp for the mid lane. You have that. You just have a pretty safe laning phase, you know. The Crank is back, but it's for TD Syndicate.
Oh no! So TD Syndicate's gonna take one out of GNE's book. They're gonna pick the Blitzcrank this time, as the Scion potential lock-in for the side of G&E would be going into the top lane for Cook. Would be a very beefy front line. So we'll see if that's going to be the pick, and it is. So Scion going to be locked in
No more
on the top
Malphite.
side, and I mean I assume that, you know, well, Wukong's still a flex pick. But we'll see what Genie Pearl is going to ban. They still need to pick their ADC and their jungle. So now we see the Malphite going to be banned away for the side of Genie.
I guess as much Cook does like playing Malphite, didn't like playing against the Malphite either. We have a Viego ban hovered, and Viego will be banned away from Genie. Still don't know. There's still like a lot of questions, like where's Wukong gonna go for TD Syndicate? Now, who's gonna be the junglers for both teams, and who are they gonna pick bot lane? Because usually you don't see bot lane go down and like prowl and draft like this late. From what we've seen before, as Xayah's gonna be banned away. But this is on 12.8, right? So Xayah should have been nerfed.
Yeah, Xayah is going to be locked in. This might, or not locked in, banned. You know, it would probably, I mean, lethality Xayah was, you know, nerfed. So maybe, you know, potentially thinking, hey, they could go crit and, you know, potentially destroy our team. We're going to see the Xayah banned away. That is the Viego and the Graves banned away. Trundle going to be locked in for the side of G&E. So probably going to be Sethi taking that one in the jungle for the side of G&E Pearl. And we'll see what TD Syndicate is going to elect to pick. Aatrox is being hovered. And this would make me think, hey, Wukong is going to be going into the jungle, and that Aatrox is going to be going top lane. Obviously, I mean, you could Aatrox jungle, but I would assume Wukong's probably going into the jungle. We'll see what TD Syndicate is going to round out their comp with. They still have to pick an ADC. Xayah, Jinx banned away, so obviously, you know, cannot pick those. But we'll see what they rounded out with, as the Tristana is going to be hovered. They're going to switch it up to the Twitch. Now, Agency 6, he does play a ton of Twitch. He is very well known, so, you know, maybe it goes for it. And now we're going to have to see what the finest pick. It's going to be the Varus.
You don't see that a whole lot.
Yeah, the Varus going to be locked in for the side of TD Syndicate for Agency 6. So maybe one of these unique picks, you know, that you can play. You can also play the Twitch, but we haven't really seen it that, you know, that pick this series. As Genie Pearl now with the final pick, it is the ADC. What are they going to lock in?
Are they going to try to pick something that like outranges?
Oh, gotta be going with the Jhin. They're just going to run it back. I mean, why not just run it back? Looked good in the last game, and now they're going to be locking that one in for Ominous Penguin in this one. So, Kobe, look at these drafts. Break it down for me. What are you going to be looking forward to in this game?
I do kind of like TD Syndicate's draft. I feel like they have like a draft board focused on like one of the skirmish a lot. You know, you have the Aatrox, you have the Wukong. These champions want to get in your face and want to go in and fight, because, you know, Aatrox, he could heal up a lot through fighting with his passive and also that ultimate. But it's kind of, I would like to see an enchanter on TD Syndicate side instead of the Blitzcrank. I feel like is to be able to keep topping up the Wukong and the Aatrox, but it's really interesting. It kind of feels off from the last two drafts. Like the kind of theme from the last two drafts has been completely flipped. No more Malphite for Cook on G&E, now on the Scion. But Trundle Jungle is back, and overall, I still think the Renata is going to be really valuable in this game. You know, you have the Aatrox and Wukong just hitting themselves. It's going to be doing a ton of damage, so I have to see how both teams want to play this one out.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this one does go indeed. Wukong versus the Trundle in the jungle. You know, it's not the hype matchup that, you know, kind of was last game with the Viego with the Olaf. But, you know, still something could happen there. But with that, we're going to go to a short break. And when we come back, game number 3, one of these teams will be put on series point, 1 win away from qualifying for Worlds for the Silver League, and also heading to the final. So should it be an absolute banger game number 3. But with that, we're going to go to a short break. We'll see you guys in a couple of minutes.
Let's run away. We're falling hard to find the answer. Will this life we live be all that matters? The life of dreams is moving faster, and no one knows the constant fear of what comes after. And we'll never know. It's weighing me down, got my feet on the ground. Let's hide away from the light, and run away from the night. Let's run away.
Had a feeling we had something. Could have seen it in your eyes. Took a second, but I'm right here, waiting for you with open arms. How about you coming closer? We can do my place. Maybe we can try meeting up by 7. You'll be saying over, so it's guaranteed. I'll be forever thinking more about you and me. I don't wanna let you go. I don't wanna let you go. Nah. Tell me what you want to know. Run your fingers down me slow. 'Cause you're in my head. You are. 'Cause you're in my head. 'Cause you're in my what you think? What you think? 'Cause you're in my what you think? What you think? 'Cause you're in my you're the love that I've been craving. Let me in now, don't be shy. We can get here, so my story with dreams and reality collide. Are we back to the start? I can play the game, but I'm falling again. No, don't hold back, take it far. Promise you the same, let the pleasure begin. How about you coming place. Maybe we can try meeting up by 7. You'll be saying over, so it's guaranteed. I'll be forever thinking about you and me. I don't wanna let you go. I don't wanna let you go. Tell me what you want to know. Run your fingers down me so. 'Cause you're in my head. You are. 'Cause you're in my head. 'Cause you're in my. I don't wanna let you go. I don't wanna let you go. Tell me what you want to know. Run your fingers down me so. 'Cause you're in my head. You are. 'Cause you're in my head. 'Cause you're in my head. What you think? What you think? 'Cause you're in my head. What you think? What you think? 'Cause you're in my head. I don't wanna let you go. I don't wanna let you go. Tell me what you want to know. Your fingers tell me so. 'Cause you're in my head. You are. 'Cause you're in my head. 'Cause you're in my.
Guess it's been a while since I fell in love. But after last time, don't wanna mess things up. You're so beautiful, and I can't deny. My heart is always with you. My head's always stuck in time. Love, let me go, 'cause I've been holding on for far too long. I've been fighting and keeping strong. Now you just gotta let me go. Time, wash away every feeling that can cause me pain. All these memories I can't escape. Can you let them all wash away? Let it all wash away, 'cause I don't wanna feel the pain. Love, just let me go, 'cause I don't wanna feel the pain of holding on and keeping strong. So now I'm moving on. I don't wanna feel the same, so love, just let me go. Guess I didn't know it would end this way. One drink too much and I could see your face. Why did I let you go? How could I let you leave? Will I ever see you? And do you think of me? Love, let me go, 'cause I've been holding up for far too long. I've been fighting and keeping strong. Now you just gotta let me go. Time, wash away every feeling that can cause me pain. All these memories I can't escape. Can you let them all wash away? Let it all wash away, 'cause I don't wanna feel the pain. Love, just let me go, 'cause I don't wanna feel the pain of holding on and keeping strong. So now I'm moving on. I don't wanna feel the same, so love, just let me go.
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome back to Game 3 action. TD Syndicate, GNE Pearl, best of 5. Game 3, going to put one of these teams on series point, one game closer to be able to go to the finals and play coachless tyranny. And Kobe, looks like TD Syndicate already going for an invade.
I wonder how this is going to work. I mean, you have the Blitzcrank, so Genie should be expecting some kind of invade.
Cook. Oh no.
Cook on the Scion. Oh no.
Oh no. Here we go.
Oh,
He
he's
does have
dead.
the flash, but if the hook does land, he's going to be going down. They're running forward. The knockups are coming through. Cook. There's no way.
Oh,
Oh no. The hook. It pulls them back.
On the
First
forward,
blood
too.
going to the side of TD Syndicate.
Scion. He's running it.
Kobe. Not good. You can't
A
say
death
that.
per minute. A death per minute. He's running it.
What if it's just the inting Scion and it's just getting him go faster? He's getting the deaths up there already.
He's going to be worth like less than a cannon minion at like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and then he's gonna end the game. It's attack. You don't understand, Kobe. Well, first blood going over to the side of TD Syndicate, especially Agency 6. He now has an extra longsword. This guy is already accelerated in lane, and I mean, with that Blitzcrank, obviously the side of Genie really has to respect him. So, gonna be a bit of a doomsday scenario in the bot lane.
Yeah, it feels really bad, especially because Varus has like a really big range advantage on the gen. With the Blitzcrank, I don't know how Gen's supposed to just walk up and farm.
Listen, it's the tech. You don't understand. All right, it's Ominous Penguin's Jin. He gets extra auto range on the Jin. It's something Riot doesn't add in the patch notes.
He starts with a rapid fire cannon.
He starts with a rapid fire cannon. Yeah, of course. And then Super Square actually gets extra move speed the entire game. It's just the tech as Hook is going to land on Ominous Penguin. He's going to be taking a decent amount of damage. Has to flash away. Double flashes from the bot lane of the side of GNE Pearl, and now this Blitzcrank can kind of just, anyone he hooks is most likely going to die, Kobe. Oh, Rhymes walking forward. Need to be careful where you flick the Blitzcrank because that hook is available. Ooh, barely misses the Renata. Yeah, bot lane already not looking good for the side of GNE Pearl. Very good invade coming through from the side of TD Syndicate. And now, good lead for the side of TD Syndicate. We'll see if GNE Pearl can be able to, turn this one around. I mean, obviously it's only first blood, and definitely a lot of lanes to play around, especially Gabe Recall. He's been, he had a great game number 2 and on this Victor and is on it again. So, do need to keep your eyes peeled for it. That one is, looks like both the junglers are going to be on this top scuttle.
Yeah, and we see Sethy try to. Oh, that's a really good pillar, but makes a limit step, forces a flash.
And now Sethy walking into that bot river, but Agency 6 is here with Rhymes. Sethy does have that flash. When he's going to use it, that's going to hook. I don't think he's going to flash. Agency 6 finds another kill. 2-0 on this Varus. This game is spiraling out of control for the side of GNE. They've got to stop the bleeding because the side of TD Syndicate already have 2 kills on their Varus.
And I wonder what kind of happened there. Like, it's a lapse of communication. Like, the bot lane just didn't say, hey, our laners are gone, or that's a bad decision by Sethy to, know that the laners are gone and just walks into the river and dies for it.
Yeah, walks into the river and dies. Oh, that's another hook.
No.
This Renata not going to live. The Varus, one more auto. Nice heal coming through from Ominous Penguin. Actually keeps HViz alive. Ominous Penguin. Are we sure he's the AD in this lane? Not the support. Keeping his teammate alive. Now on the top side, Cook taking some damage. Nothing else going on now. Wukong making his way up. It is warded though, so Cook probably just going to back off from this one. Does have his jungler nearby Sethy, so this could potentially turn into a 2v2. But it looks like nothing is going to happen in the top lane.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot of
Never
action
mind.
in
Super
lane
Square!
top.
He's in.
Ooh. Have we seen it? Oh, no, we did see one solo kill last game.
Yeah,
in top
solo
lane.
Bolo.
Cook
Yeah.
from the Cook on the Malphite
gets the most solo bolos on Malphite. There's no way he doesn't. Like, that's not a real statistic, but he definitely does. Is Oriana needs to be very careful. Oh, the ward comes through and spots out Septi. So, Lemon Sap not able, or does not go down in that one, able to spot out potential gank coming through. Really good warding from him. And yeah, it's a lead for the side of TD Syndicate. But in some of these games, we've seen, I feel like TD Syndicate get a lead. And then, Genie has really been able to stop the bleeding, right? They've been able to keep it close. Game 1, TD Syndicate were able to get the lead. The gold was kind of kept close, but TD Syndicate, with all the momentum, was able to win. Game 2, TD Syndicate got the lead, but it just wasn't enough. And Genie was able to stop the bleeding and come back and then end up winning. So we've seen, TD Syndicate get a lead in both of the games. But only one of them they were able to win. So you need to keep that in mind. Genie, really hasn't been doing so well early game, or at least Pearl. They, have been falling behind. But again, they've been able to kind of say, hey, okay, guys, we're behind. Let's play safe and let's play for team fights. As Rhymes running forward, he's going to land the hook on to this Renata. That's the exhaust coming through, but it's not enough. HViz does go down. 3 kills to the side of TD Syndicate.
And TD Syndicate is absolutely in control of this game. And a lot of it, I think, has come from the pressure that Rhymes is exerting on the Blitzcrank. Yeah, 100% KP for both the bot laners, and as far as he's going to
Super Square.
I wonder what kind of build Agency 6 can go for on the Varus. You can't go for that lethality one-shot build.
He's going crit.
Going for the crit. Yeah, it does have the Ning Quiver.
Yeah, I think he's going to be going crit on the Varus. Unfortunately, yeah, I mean, this Blitzcrank has really been putting in work. Oh, not able to land the blind hook onto HViz, walking back to the bot lane. That might have been certain death if he did get hooked. However, Super Square able to pick up that blue buff from Sethian. It's already a 1-level lead in the jungle for Super Square. And I feel like, the junglers for the side of TD Syndicate really have been doing well in this series. Rather it be Jesus Juice or Super Square. I mean, they were able to find leads, but TD Syndicate in game 2 just not able to push that one. But Super Square, he's been having a good series. Obviously, Jesus Juice in game 1 had a great series, but great series so far from the junglers, for the junglers from the side of TD Syndicate.
Yeah, I mean, I think both the junglers have definitely been like a match to watch so far this series. Them and the bot laners for sure have been kind of like the standout roles so far.
Yeah, and whoops, I had to move my mic. But yeah, I mean, early lead going to the side of TD Syndicate, and we'll have to see what is going to happen now. Rhymes purchasing the Moby boot, so he is going to be roaming a lot. Again, we saw HViz do that in game 1, and it didn't really work out for him. Maybe Rhymes, he's got the secret. He's got the secret sauce. And this time he's like, all right, listen, I saw you input the Mobies, and he's like, and now I'm going to show you how to use the Mobies. All right? So maybe it's one of those where it's like, let me show you what Mobies can do. And I think Rhymes, in general, has been one of the best supports in the league. I mean, this guy, great veteran presence on your team, and I mean, he's really helped out Agency 6. And again, this bot lane really has become, one of the better bot lanes in the league. I mean, top 3, I'd say. It's been a really solid bot lane. And they don't get talked about very often because I feel like everyone's eyes are on Super Squares. Now we look at the top side. Cook has to burn that flash. Is now set. They're going to be looking into the mid lane. Now, Ori does have the flash. So might be able to get out of that one. As we go, we look into the mid lane. Lemon Sap going to be getting ganked. Pillar's going to come through. Flash is going to be burned. Meanwhile, on the top side, it was a solo kill. That's the flash forward, and that's going to be a kill. Gabe Recall able to pick up that one. Cook, unfortunately, goes down to the Aatrox. Goes down to Zed because I don't know how to say his old name. I feel so bad not saying his name. I feel like he's definitely done his job in the top lane. Oh, nice hook coming through from Rhymes, but isn't able to find anything. Flash was burned from Gabe Recall earlier, but just not the damage there. To
Ignite was used too there.
Ignite was used. Go ahead.
Yeah, TDS is all over the map right now, and because of the trade back in the top lane they got for that 1-for-1, they're just be able to grab the early first Rift Herald here, 10 minutes, try to explore this goal lead more.
Yeah, now Rhymes is going to be walking forward, potentially looking to make a play, but doesn't find anything in that. Now the Rift Herald going to be used in the mid lane. So Agency 6 going to be funneled some more gold in that mid lane. Actually, might not even get the gold. It might. Oh, Rift Herald. Psst, you got to crash, buddy. Okay, there we go. Now it is going to crash, and it is going to be split between Agency 6 and Super Square. Hook is going to land.
Oh.
That's a Cyclone going to be coming through. Super Square going to be looking for the dive under the tower, but he's not going to be able to find anything. HFiz going to be staying alive.
It's a disaster.
Without turning it around with the bail out. That's going to be the Jin ult going to be used, but not able to find anything. 3-0 for Gabe Recall in the mid lane, and TD Syndicate, they just go a little bit too far, and unfortunately, they fall. Victor now 3-0 in the mid lane. It's looking a little scary.
Yeah, that's really scary, especially for the Varus. Like, Varus with a step up gets a poke in. The Victor is gonna be able to just melt. Now, like 3-0. Really good passing by Sethi, I think, that is loop back around when the Roto was charging, and a good Renata Q kind of sets it all up after the hook lands. And yeah, they just went too far, it looks like. And luckily, Ron was able to escape, but overall, it's a 2-0 for the side of G&E.
Yeah, Rhymes is able to escape. But yeah, I mean, Victor getting a lot of the kills, going a little bit too far. I think they underestimated or overestimated their damage from the side. Oh, and that's the ult from the Scion Cook. Using that one to get out of there. This Aatrox is pretty ahead and, you know, is going to do some damage in team fights. So is this of Varus. But obviously the Victor now with those kills can just absolutely bully the Orianna, who doesn't have an item yet. Doesn't have the completed item. I mean, now with the Ludens on this Victor, definitely, like, look at that poke already. Like, Lemon Sap already getting chunked, and Gabe Recall very, very strong. Does have that bounty, though, so if the side of TDS is able to pick that one up, can get some gold back. Now, TDS is still ahead in gold, just because Victor ended up, you know, becoming 3-0. The side of Genie is actually still down 1k, so a little bit of a whoopsie from the side of TD Syndicate, but they're still ahead in this game, Cody.
Dark Seal angle? Whoa. You think it's a Dark Seal Victor angle?
I don't think he's gonna go Dark Seal. I mean, maybe, but like, I don't think it's gonna happen. I feel like in playoffs, you don't really want to do that. Like, yeah, you could pop off, but like, you could also just waste gold. And like, then it's like, oh. And it's like, oh, not looking good, as Jinol is going to be used. It actually tagged the dragon, but doesn't end up getting the Drake. It's going to be, it's Hextech again.
Oh my god. What?
It's been in every single game.
No, but it's actually Ocean, because Riot Client diff.
It's been Hextech every game. Imagine
See, if we're not getting the Drakes wrong, Riot is still getting the Drake. It's Xerny is literally rigging it.
Yeah. This is not even fair. We're not even predicting anymore as Cook. Is to be careful. He's gonna take some damage, but I mean, he is pretty tanky, so might just be able to just sustain and survive that one. As Rhymes running into the bot lane. Now, Renata isn't here. Okay, just gonna back off of that one. So I feel like all the gold is on this Victor, right? I mean, it's gonna be Victor 1v9 in this game. And for the side of TD Syndicate, I mean, Victor is immobile. He can get caught. Like, this champion can get jumped on. So we'll see if TD Syndicate is going to be able to. There are ways to deal with this Victor Unleashed teleport starting to come through. Obviously in lane, Ori, you know, gonna have a little bit of a tough time, but I mean, keep actually ahead in CS. Like, Lemon Sap has been CSing very, very well. Like, the whole side of TD Syndicate, really, I feel like, has been CSing very well in this series. So now the Leander is going to be completed from this Orianna. So, you know, the burn instead of the burst, really. So, you know, going for that damage over time instead of the immediate burst. So electing to go for that one. Mythic starting to come through in this game, Kobe.
Yeah, I have to see how this crit build for the Varus is going to work out for Agency 6. Orianna does have the Leanders now. Probably is to be looking to grab like a Seraph next to some nice mana items, you know. Yeah, the only people who don't have a mythic so far is the supports, and then Trundle and Scion, and I'm But Sion did go the brain a little, so it does have that extra. I wonder if Sion or Cook is just gonna go for that. Oh,
the
he's gonna have a
hook
hook here.
comes through on the
Oh.
ominous penguin and takes him
Wall
down.
hacks.
I believe that was with the oracle. I think he saw him with the oracle over the wall, because
Wall
that's
hacks.
the only way. I mean, I guess I could have
Griffin.
seen him go down. Is now we're looking at the top side. TP coming through from Victor. This is going to get turned. Gabe recall, if he's able to stay alive and get damage down, he needs to stay alive though. As Super Square, he's got nowhere to go. The healing coming through. Is it enough? The answer is yes. Shut down for Super Square in the jungle, but he's
Still
not going to
alive?
be able to get out of this one as Cook is going to be flashing forward. Now they're going to turn onto this Aatrox. He has that ultimate. He's going to have a ton of healing, but I don't know if the healing is going to be enough for the Aatrox. More kills to the side of Genie. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, the tower goes down for TD Syndicate, and that's already 2 towers for them. They've got themselves a 3K lead, Kobe.
Yeah, and it feels like even though it's a 2-for-1 for Genie, they kind of fumbled the bag a little bit, letting Victor die there. And then the bot lane for TDS able to grab that tower, and it's a bunch of gold in their pockets right now.
Yeah, able to grab that tower in the bot side, and in the mid lane also able to secure that tower, and Victor making that TP, and unfortunately just needed a little bit more damage to take down Super Square and wasn't able to find it. Looks like Genie, oh, actually, hold up, that tower ain't going down. Cook, where you going, buddy? No flash. I mean, he's gonna go down, Kobe.
Yeah, it's a one more. Yep.
Oh no.
Huh.
Kobe, it's not looking good.
It's a good death. It's a good death.
Kobe,
It's
it's
the boss
looking
angle.
like it's looking like TD Syndicate might go on match point, Kobe.
It certainly does, as they've had really good objective control. Not only this game, but the whole series. Like Genie, we usually credit them for how good they are controlling Drakes and Rift Herald, but like especially this game, TDS has been 100% on objectives so far.
100%, Kobe. They don't miss.
You can't get better than that.
You can't get. I mean, you could get the extra credit. What do you think the extra credit in League of Legends is?
Perfect CS.
Perfect CS. The
Perfect
entire
CS.
game. I don't even think that's possible.
Every champion perfect CS.
Every champ perfect. That is more than extra credit, Kobe. I don't even know what that would be. Would that would I think if you got perfect CS on every single player, you should just like win worlds or something.
Yeah.
Like that is, I don't even think that's possible. I actually think that's impossible. You have to back eventually. Like you're gonna miss one minion.
No, the wave control, you always have to get the back and get TP up. Always.
All right, well, here we go. The fight's going to begin. HVIZ using that flash. Rhymes flashing forward, but the rest of the team just isn't with them. Doesn't matter, though, as it looks like he will be able to survive that one. Oriana on the way. Now Cook is pushing that tier 2 on the top side. However, TD Syndicate, they look like they're just going to be able to secure this. Oriana going to be using the TP, and yeah, TD Syndicate going to be picking up this dragon. Soul point for the side of TD Syndicate. It's going to be a 23-minute soul potentially for TD Syndicate, Kobe.
Yeah, I mean, TD Syndicate, I mean, they kind of had a little bit of a mistake in the mid lane, letting Victor get 3 kills instantly, but other than that, they've been easily in control of this game. It's really well played, especially from Agency 6 and Rhymes in the bot lane. I mean, it's still 7-5 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it is 7-5 for the side of TD Syndicate. Maybe a fight is going to happen, though, as we saw the Scion. He is now here. Agency 6 going to be caught out. That's going to be Cook picking up 1 kill. Oriana doesn't have that TP. That's going to be this Aurelia is going to be using. Looks like the side of TDS will be able to get away as the Herald. He's killing the minions. Oh, hold up. Gabe recall. Stopwatch coming through. Rhymes no flash. Aatrox, can he get out of this one? The answer is yes. The Rift, it is going to charge onto that tower. Meanwhile, on the top side, the side of TD Syndicate, they're going to get this top tower. They're the tower destroyers, Kobe.
Yeah, already 4 towers destroyed in 20 minutes. That is pretty efficient tower destruction.
Yeah, and now, Super Square maybe. We're gonna have to see if he's gonna be able to do this one. That's a huge shockwave coming through. That's already 1 down. Now Cook, he's going to be getting low. He has no flash. That's gonna be another kill going to over. Double kill for Super Square, the side of G&E. They try to make a play. Now we look back into the mid lane. This Aatrox just isn't dying. He's going to heal up. He's still alive. It's falling apart for G&E. Now 5K behind. Baron is up, Kobe. Oh no.
You know, just like when G&E looked like they found a way kind of back in the game. It was not even a minute later, somebody just absolutely it blows it, and now TDS is going to be on Baron. Should be able to pick this one up relatively easily. And this Baron is going to seem kind of nice for the Soul. Not exactly as perfect as you want it, but actually, yeah. Yeah, this would be a really good Baron. For them, we'll still have it when the Soul does come up. So if you're TDS, you want to push in your lanes with the Baron and be able to back off when Drake spawns. Make Genie come to you, either force a fight or you're gonna get Soul for free.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what they are going to do in this one. They're now 6K ahead and definitely are looking like they're going to be able to take the win in game number 3. But it's not over just yet, Kobe. It is not over just yet. It is very close to being over. But it's not over just yet. As G&E, they have themselves 6K behind. They need to pull off a miracle in this one to be able to come back. It's all going to be off the back of Gabe Recall on this Victor. Now, Dragon going to be spawning in 2 minutes with the Baron. What are they going to be able to do? Is Rhymes! He's going in, baby! Now he's going to be looking on the Cook. Cook has the ultimate. Is he really? He should be. Yeah,
Flash is out. Oh, yeah.
Cook's not going to be able to do anything. TP actually coming through from Gabe Recall, but yeah, I mean, Cook, Flash, ult, able to get out. It was a little bit funny seeing Rhymes on the other side be like, all right, fight me, Sion, let's go.
Should have went fully.
Oh no, he's on a ward.
Oh,
wait a minute,
no.
Cook's on a ward. He's going to get caught out. He's going to go down. Agent C6 finds the kill. Now here comes the zombie Sion, but not able to find anything. Cook can't get anything done. And now TD Syndicate with that Baron going to be looking to pressure the base, Kobe.
Yeah, and they should be able to at least get this tower right here. Maybe even the inhibitor. Could be huge for them with Soul coming up as Lemon Sap does that.
Oh, here we go! Super square. He's flashing in. He's getting the Cyclone onto all the members, but he maybe just went a little bit too far forward. He's going to be going down. Sethy walking forward. Agent C6 is also going to fall. It's a double kill going over to Gabe Recall. And G&E, they find themselves some picks. 45 seconds until this dragon spawns. Varus and the Wukong will be up, but they burned so many summoners to try to get a play, and I feel like TD Syndicate, you know, this team, maybe the excitement's getting to them because I feel like, you know, they're ahead. They've been playing very well in these early games, but they just try to push the issue a little bit too much, and it ends up biting them. And I feel like, you know, they've just been a little bit too excited, like, oh, God, we can do it! We can win! And, you know, unfortunately, that happens. Flash coming through from Rhymes. Cook. Potentially looking for a play now. Lemon Sap
doesn't have the ultimate yet.
Yeah. Lemon Sap has the ult. 5 seconds until this dragon spawns. Wukong and Varus making their way here. This might just get burned, though, before they even make it. Now, Lemon Sap, if he can land
I think it's going to be a 50-50. It's going to be a 50-50.
Need to watch Lemon Sap. Watch the Orianna ball. Because if that's a huge shockwave, the Aatrox trying to flank. Oh, no.
Oh,
Genie.
wait. Is this going off it? Wait.
They're trying to go on the Aatrox, but he's going to end up staying alive. And now, watch Lemon Sap. What can Lemon Sap do? Oh, the ball's in the perfect spot. I don't know if they're going to be able to get in here. The shockwave comes through. It lands on it, too. So much damage coming out now. That's already 2 down from the side of Genie. That's 3 down from the side of Genie. This is going to be an ace. There's no way they're going to win this one. HViz, he's going to go down. TD Syndicate 5-4-0. They're going to get the Soul, and now they're going to push the base, Kobe.
Yeah, I feel like your G&E, you just have to, like, 50-50 that Drake. You can't just, like, back up because TDS, their comp has so much, like, great choke point control. You know, you have the Blitz Hook, the Orianna Ball, Varus and spam Qs, and you have Wukong. Yeah, but like you said, like Lemon Sap put the Orianna Ball in the perfect place in the chokehold right there, and you can't just go through that point. You get to go through the rivers there, but Orianna able to get a nice ultimate off, super squares in the back line, and a easy 5-0 for TDS, and now have the Hextech Soul.
Yeah, the Hextech Soul going to be going over for them. And now, G&E, I mean, you got to be thinking about next game, right? Like, what's the plan here? How are we going to be able to pull back this series? Because now, I mean, the game isn't over. Don't get me wrong. But I'm thinking TD Syndicate's going to win this one. So if you are G&E, you are now on match point. You are down 2-1. you have to find a way to win on red side. You have to, because they haven't found a way. They've been blue side. Blue side's about to be 3-0 in the series. So most likely it's going to go to game 5. Not 100% it's going to go to game 5, but if it goes to game 5, TD Syndicate, they're the higher seed. They ended up being the higher seed in regular season, which means they have side selection, which means if Genie can't find a way to win on red side, they're going to lose the series. They're going to get 3-2 from TD Syndicate. And Genie, they've got to find a way to be able to, obviously win the next one and then win again. So they got to win 2 in a row, Kobe.
Yeah, I wonder if this the Ritz factor, his biggest enemy is the red side. It's the only thing that can stop him.
Only thing that can stop the Ritz factor is red side.
Yep.
GG. All right, well, the Baron going to be spawning in 30 seconds here, and yeah, we're going to have to see if TD Syndicate are going to be able to end this game, put themselves up 2-1. Aatrox hiding in the wings. Now he's going to be going forward. When is he going to be using the ultimate? When is the World Ender going to come out, Kobe? When is he going to end the worlds? Actually, I don't even know if that's what his ult is called.
Yeah, it is.
See, I'm Smurf. I knew it's Aatrox. Ending the worlds, Kobe. That's what he does. Remember old Aatrox, Kobe?
Yeah, it was it's like different blood thing. It's like blood well.
I don't even.
It was weird. It was weird. It was really weird.
All right, Baron now being started up. It's gonna be a 50-50. If Sethi's able to steal this, the game can still stay alive. Aatrox taking a bunch of damage, has to flash out. Scion going in. The fight's going to begin. Super Square into the back line. Agency 6 going to get that huge ultimate. It's going to be spreading onto all the members. There's going to be Berserk coming through. Sethi, he's able to find 2. Now HFIS barely staying alive. Super Square into the backside. This could be good for the side of G&E, but it looks like with the damage dealer still alive, it's not going to be enough. G&E are going to fall. They have the supers in the base. All they have to do is TP. And they should be able to end this one, Kobe. I mean, regardless, I just think they end. Yeah, that's the TP coming through. And TD Syndicate will put themselves on match point 2-1. 1 game away from qualifying for Worlds, Kobe.
Yeah, it's a really shaky early game from G&E. Has made too many mistakes in the early game. Let TDS get too far ahead and then kind of brings it back. But every time they brought it back, they would make a mistake a minute later. Something like that. And then TDS able to close out the game in 27 minutes, and we go on to game. And
on red side, Genie going to be going on blue side. Match point for TD Syndicate in this one. Going to be looking to take the series. We're going to go to a short break, but when we come back, game 4 action between TD Syndicate and Genie Pearl. We'll see you guys there.
to the garden, darling, I will wait for you. Here I will sit till morning like true lovers do. Come to the garden, darling, I will wait for you. Here I will sit till morning like true lovers do. Come to the garden, darling, I will wait for you. Here I will sit till morning like true lovers do. Wait for you. Wait for you. Wait for you.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to game number 4. Genie Pearl on the blue side, TD Syndicate on the red side. Blue side 3-0 in this series, Kobe. So TD Syndicate now on match point. What do they need to do to close out this series?
Well, I mean, finding a way, any way at all, like through draft to win on the red side. I mean, obviously they're a game point away, but they're in a really good spot right now, regardless if they lose this game or not. Because if they do lose it, that means blue side is still on 100%, and then they go on blue side for game 5. So, if you're TD Syndicate, you know, you just kind of want to play your own style. I think still. I think it's been working, especially like last game. Like that was probably the cleanest game we've seen for them. Besides game 1 was like a little shaky. Kind of let Genie get back into it like a little bit. In game 2, I think game 3 they closed out the game a lot better. So that same style of draft, where you just have your support making plays all around the map. We've seen that in both wins and losses for them. I think that's been working out. But yeah. I kind of liked what I saw from them last game with their draft. Like they had the Aatrox top, which I think it worked out well with the Orianna. I think was actually a really smart pick into the Victor. It kind of just negated a lot of the power the Victor had in the lane. Didn't get bullied out too much.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how this one's going to go. Is Genie and Pearl, they just first pick Mordekaiser. Now, this is a flex pick. This can go jungle. This can go top. So we'll see where it is going to be going. Is the Nautilus going to be the insta-lock for the side of TD Syndicate? So, Kobe, you think this Mordekaiser is going top or jungle?
I want to see it go jungle. I feel like the movement speeds of Mordekaiser down. I think it could definitely work for jungle. And I don't know how TD Syndicate will react to the Mordekaiser jungle being played too, because it's not something you see every game. As TD Syndicate, they're gonna stay with the Varus.
Yeah, they're just gonna continue with the Varus. I mean, obviously, getting him a kill early on makes him look good. But yeah, with that Nautilus bot lane, I mean, it's very scary once they hit level 6. A bunch of CC, bunch of damage coming through. So it's gonna be scary for the side of G and E, and we'll have to see what they're going to be going with, earlier on in the draft. The Mordekaiser are going to be locked in, probably should pick the bot lane. Now, Graves also going to be the lock, and it also is a flex. So 2 flex picks picked up for the side of Genie Pearl, Kobe.
Yeah, we see a bit of the risk factor coming back in on blue side. no idea where the Mordekaiser or Grade's gonna go. Grade can go like mid jungle top, even ADC if you really want to get crazy with it. Mordekaiser can also just go top or jungle. A lot of options for G&E early in this draft. I kind of like it. They're just coming out. You're keeping TD Syndicate honest, like with their bans and stuff. As the Ashe comes out, I don't know how to feel about. I don't know how to feel about Ashe. So
yeah, I mean, go ahead.
It's a really good utility ADC, but you have one of the best ADCs in the league. Like you don't need to put your ADC on utility, but usually it works out for teams. In playoffs, putting them on Ashe, but
Yeah, I mean, the Ashe is going to be locked in. The thing that I'm scared about for this Ashe is you have Varus Nautilus, right? And
yeah,
Ashe is very immobile. Oh, I mean, so is Varus. But Ashe is very immobile, and if you end up getting ulted by the Nautilus, by the Varus, you're going to die. Like, there's almost no way you win. And with the Jax coming through, too, I mean, this Jax is going to be absolutely scary in late game fights. I mean, he's not going to be able to be matched in a side lane. So, do need to keep that in mind.
Jax also a pick that we do not see a lot, but can actually 1v9 games if he snowballs right. It's like the Olaf we saw.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the Olaf kind of 1v9 and Jax
yeah,
going
and
to
then everything kind of fell off. but Jax is kind of in that same boat where you give him the resources, he can just take over the games. Like you said, no one can match Jax in a side lane, so it's gonna be very scary.
Yeah, I mean, the Jack's going to be coming through into that top side. The Amumu potential lock-in for the side of TD Syndicate. And, I mean, if you can get Amumu or Orianna, your team fights are just going to be absolutely insane for the side of TD Syndicate. Now, Amumu, it's Amumu. It can get counter-jungled very easy early on. Doesn't really have much fighting potential. And Amumu is going to be locked in the jungle, most likely, for Super Squares. So, something like the Orianna that they could get. I mean, they're going to have a wombo combo for their team, Kobe.
Yeah, for sure, and I think that's also a really good way to play. Use Malphite exactly. You just pick easy to operate champions. But this is really interesting now because is that gonna be a Malphite mid or Malphite top? Cause you have the Mordekaiser, he can go mid or top as well, or jungle now, and then you have Graves, you can go mid, top, or jungle. So a whole lot of flex picking from G&E here, and they run out with a Karma, which I think Karma is a very good in support, and I think it's underutilized in this league, so I'm glad the Karma is coming out.
Yeah, I mean, Karma going to be coming out for the side of Genie Pearl. Ashe Karma, very strong bot lane. Obviously, Ashe can slow and Karma can speed up. So, very strong bot lane. Vex now is going to be hovered, but again, I would assume they would go with the Orianna, right? You got the Amumu, and the Amumu Orianna is disgusting. Yeah, going to be locked in. So, the Wombo combo coming through from the side of TD Syndicate. So, Kobe, I mean, you look at these two comps, right? And who is your prediction to take this game in game number 4 and why?
It's hard because you don't know exactly where everyone, like 3 of the members of Genie are going. But I do like TDS. They do have that Orianna, Amumu, Wamaka. They had that late game Jax, scaling, side lane insurance policy. The Forest looked really good last game. But they're on the red side. So I still think Genie, no matter where they're going to put their people, they're going to win. Cause, blue side is OP, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, blue side 3-0. I really like TD Syndicate with the Amumu Ori. I think it's, obviously you have the Wombo, can do a bunch of damage. You have the Jax, which can sit in the side lane and basically go up against anyone and win. The Varus Nautilus, bunch of CC coming through. But for the side of Genie Pearl, you have the Malphite, right? Obviously, Malphite can start the fights. You have the Ashe to start the fights with the ultimate. Graves is going to be doing a bunch of damage. Mordekaiser can ult someone out of the team fight, right? Karma with the utility. So, I think both these drafts are going to be very, very interesting from, or at least, to be played. And I don't know, Kobe, maybe we see a game 5. Maybe TD Syndicate's finally cracked the code, or, maybe Genie Pearl. Maybe Genie Pearl, keeps blue side undefeated. Kobe, you got anything else to say before we're going to head to a break?
I kind of hope it does go to this sense because this has been a really entertaining series to watch. And You know, not only do you get a trip to finals, this is whoever wins this game is going to the Worlds for IBS. So a lot running on this game right here.
Yeah, and with that, we're gonna head to a short break. But when we come back, Game 4 action between Genie Pearl and TD Syndicate. We'll see you guys there.
You sure do like to share your opinions, talking big like somebody's listening. Nobody's listening. It's so fun and games until it doesn't toss me out. I'll hit the ignition. Now you listen. Hop up in the window. Smaller and smaller you fade out. Hop up in the window. You cannot get my vibe, no, there's no way. I'm flying high above all your gravity, trying to bring me down, but I'll never stay. Hey, hey, watch me levitate. You cannot get my vibe, no, there's no way. You can say what you want, call me insane, trying to bring me down, but I'll never stay. Hey, hey, watch me levitate. Watch me levitate. Hey, hey, watch me levitate. Try to paint me like a no name, so sorry, but we're not the same. No, we're not the same. Boo-hoo, poor you, please forgive me, cause I don't feel any pity. I'm fed up with lies, you wanted my demise, now you're watching me rise, rise, rise. Up in the window, smaller and smaller you fade out. Up in the window, yeah. You cannot get my vibe, no, there's no way. I'm flying high above all your gravity, trying to bring me down, but I'll never stay. Hey, hey, watch me levitate. You cannot get my vibe, no, there's no way. You can say what you want, call me insane, trying to bring me down, but I'll never stay. Hey, hey, watch me levitate. Watch me levitate. Hey, hey, watch me levitate. In the window. In the window. In the window. In the window.
Watch me levitate, watch me levitate, watch me levitate, watch me levitate, levitate. Watch me levitate, watch me levitate, watch me levitate, watch me levitate.
Watch me levitate. You cannot get my vibe, no, there's no way. I'm flying high above all your gravity, trying to bring me down, but I'll never stay. Hey, hey, watch me levitate. You cannot get my vibe, no, there's no way. You can say what you want, call me insane, trying to bring me down, but I'll never stay. Hey, hey, watch me levitate. Watch me levitate. Hey, hey, watch me levitate.
Blue, the feeling behind my eyes. You stood out cause you were in red. Then, against my intentions, I let you turn me violet instead. Summer high, met you in August. New York, back to my cold apartment. Distance sucks, but at least I'm still with you. White out skies, middle November. You and I, flights to wherever. out the night underneath the lilac sky. Summer high, met you in August. New York, back to my cold apartment. Distance sucks, but at least I'm still with you. White out skies, middle November. You and I, flights to wherever. I don't mind as long as it's with you. 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 Summer high, met you in August. New York, back to my cold apartment. Distance such, but at least it's still with you. White out skies, middle November. You and I, flights to wherever. I don't mind as long as it's with you. New Year's Eve, 300 miles, counting down. Next year will be close. I will wait as long as it's for you. I used to sleep with open eyes. I used to brave just to keep us alive. Now all I can see is we're drifting apart. I can't believe how it all turned dark. Bring me the light. Bring me the light. Bring me the light. Bring me the light. Bring me the light.
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome back to Game 4 Action. TD Syndicate taking on G&E Pearl. Blue side absolutely undefeated in this series. Kobe, do you think TD Syndicate has what it takes to win on red side and finally win the series?
I don't know, but I think it's interesting that G&E they decided to put Gabe Recall on Graves mid. Said he's gonna be on Mordecai or jungle, but then you have the Malphite goat cook on the Malphite in top lane. So we figured out where the flushes were going to.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see how bot lane goes because Ash Karma, if you can space and abuse the range advantage you have on the Nautilus, I mean, they can just run over the lane. However, if they're not able to space, it's going to be really ugly, Kobe. Like, the Nautilus and Bears are going to run them over. So, do need to keep an eye on this bot lane. There should be lots of action in this bot side. So, definitely going to be looking forward to that one, Kobe.
Yeah, and I felt like a lot of the action so far in the series has come from bot lane. If not bot lane, it's been the junglers who've been doing everything. But mainly the bot lane, they're not scared to fight whatsoever.
Yeah, the bot lanes have really kind of gone at it in this one. Jax, can be starting the Counter Strike, I believe it's called, in the
Mighty Jax, the skin.
It's got the hockey stick.
Is that a Bower? Is that a Bower or CCM?
Oh no, Kelly. Gonna be starting the D blade on that top side. So definitely gonna have to see how this bot lane is going to go for these bot laners, because obviously G&E Pearl, they're on match point. They have to win 2 in a row to be able to move on. The side of TD Syndicate, they just need to win one, and they're in. But obviously blue side undefeated, and I mean, it's not really on the side of TD Syndicate to really, they can lose this and go back to blue side and win, because blue side has won every single game in this series. Now, they can end it early by winning this one, as now we see some fighting into the bot side. The poke doing a bit of a number back onto the side of TD Syndicate, though, Kobe.
I don't know. It's like maybe Ritz. He knows that every team on blue side. So game 5, he's saving what he's been cooking up.
Oh, here we go
Oh.
and engage on to the Ash. Some damage going to be coming down. Something else going to be going through for these bot laners. Everyone's going through the potions in the bot lane. But yeah, maybe Ritz. It's game 5, right? And he's like, all right, guys,
Callisto Renekton. Callisto
Renekton.
Renekton.
Callisto Renekton, and they pull
Let's
out.
go.
How crazy
The
would that
Zed,
be?
the Talon jungle.
I don't know if we're gonna see that, Kobe. I don't know if we're gonna see a Talon
Ritz,
jungle or Zed.
The Yumi top. Do not count Ritz out. Ritz,
Oh, Yumi
he's a madman.
He is a madman. That is true. But not much going on in this game so far. It is only 3 minutes in. But Gabe Recall on the Graves has played this a couple times. Not really. Usually it goes to Sethi in the jungle, but obviously, can flex that, and Gabe Recall can play that in the mid lane. So he's going to play that one as hold up. Maybe when they're looking onto Sethi, he does have the ghost available, but with no flash, he might just be going down. He's going to be able to use that shield. That's going to be the second bandage shot's going to be landing. That's one down. Now the flash forward from a Lemon Sap, able to keep them alive. Maybe this Jack's going a little bit too far forward, has to flash out, but first blood going to the side of TD Syndicate.
Yeah, let's see what we've seen. TD Syndicate, they'll get a early game lead, and they know how to.
Here we go. It's a 1v1 on the bottom side. Agency 6. Is he going to win this one? Is the question. Yes, he does. He barely wins trades out of Ominous Penguin. But at the end of the day, he does win the 1v1. And Kobe, it's a disaster already for the side of G&D.
Oh, that 1v1 was so close. Both of them using heal. Both of them did have flash up, but they kind of opted into standing still and auto attacking each other. So it's kind of funny to see. But
It was the
TDS,
stat check.
yeah, they've been getting the better of Genie in the early game so far in the series, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, TD Syndicate's gotten that every single early game.
Yeah.
So, obviously getting ahead of early game is it's a good sign for winning the game. If you get ahead early, you've got a good chance at winning, I feel like. But yeah, TD Syndicate up ahead 2-0 in the kills in this one. And I mean, maybe this is it, Kobe. Maybe the red side has finally been figured out. Maybe TD Syndicate has got it unlocked. They're like, all right, listen, you're not going to deny us a rematch with Coach's Tyranny. We're going to take them out this time. And who knows, maybe this is exactly what they need going into the losers bracket. And, all they had to do was win one series, right? Going into the losers, they were already in the grand finals of the losers. They just gotta win one series and they're in. So, TD Syndicate looking for that rematch against Coachless Tyranny. See if they're going to be able to get it, though, because this game is far from over, Kobe.
Yeah, it's like we said, like TDS, they have had the upper hand in the early game so far, but GNE know how to come back a lot. And we've seen it a couple times already. Win or lose, like they know how to keep the game at least competitive. So if you're GNE, I wouldn't panic yet.
Yeah, no need to panic if you are Genie as maybe looking on the Lemon Sap has no mana for the Orianna. Actually use the TP, so unfortunately, gonna have to walk back to lane, which means Gabe Recall, he's gonna be able to get a shove in, and maybe the side of G&E with that, they say, hey, let's do the dragon here. It looks like that's what they're gonna go for. Lemon Sap electing to stay in the mid lane, but with no mana, eventually going to need it back, and Rhymes potentially gonna roam, and he's just gonna hit the blast plan or vision plan or whatever, and be able to see, hey, they're on this, guys. But it doesn't matter. They can't really do anything about it. So first dragon is going to go to the side of Genie. I swear, if we get another Hex Tech Soul, this game is literally rigged.
It's literally rigged. There's no way. Oh, Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike going to be coming through. Cook immediately burning the flash. Does not want to get CC locked. Now we look into the bot side. Ominous Penguin has to flash away. Agency 6. Let's see if he goes any further. Is he going to flash and try to take down the Ash? Doesn't matter. Agency 6
range.
Snipes down Ominous Penguin. It's 3-0 for the side of TD Syndicate, Kobe.
Yeah, not looking good early game for G&E. This Varus is getting ahead yet again in this game, and that Q range, I don't know. Like the hitbox were kind of weird. It
Listen,
looked
it was
a
a
little.
snipe.
It was a really good shot, but I don't know.
Listen, he's a
Varus
sniper.
Q, Varus Q's kind of sussy.
Oh, Gabe Recall. You need to be careful, buddy. Oh, no. Gabe Recall. Jax is in the mid lane. Does he have the jump? Oh, he doesn't have the jump. Maybe if Oriana used the shockwave, then Jax could land the stun, but nothing going to happen there is Gabe Recall. He's able to walk out of that one. However, this Ashe is basically just, I'm just going to hit R now. Like, the Ashe is kind of useless in this game now, really, and Varus is just turbo ahead. So Agency 6 on the Varus again. We'll see what he can do in this game, Kobe.
Yeah, I would have never expected a quite a Varus performance by anybody in the league like Agency 6 has last game and this game so far. He's been looking very, very good on it.
Yeah, Agency 6 has looked very good on the Varus. Now, Ominous Penguin does still have a CS advantage in this lane. It's very little, but he does have the CS advantage. Agency 6 has been playing very well in this series, especially, on that Varus has been playing very well. And, I mean, TDS, they looked primed and ready to, move on to the finals and take on CT, but we'll have to see. G&E, they've been able to come back in games before. This would be no different game to come back and, force a game number 5. Super Square's on the bot side, though. And with that ultimate,
The Amumu.
doesn't have ult, actually. But Super Square, he might
They're
go for a dive.
they're
We have
trying
it
to they're trying to look for a dive. They need to
it's
play it
gonna
slow
be-
though.
the ward comes down, and I think that's going to make
Perfect.
them be like, hey, we're not going to be going for the dive. So Ominous Penguin with that ward, really, really nice. As Super Square, he's still trying to make a play, but he isn't going to be able to get anything on the bot side. Sethi, meanwhile, he is taking the Rift Herald. So the Rift Herald's going to go to the side of ISU, G, and E, Kobe.
Yeah, and I wonder where they're gonna try to place this. If I'm Genie, I think you just kind of want to put it mid. You give Gabe Recall that extra money. I don't think he's going for the Umbro Glaive first
No,
item.
he's going to be going Eclipse. He's going to be
He's not
building
gonna rush it.
the Eclipse first item for him. That's going to be the Oriana TP used in the mid lane. Obviously, Rift Herald is still available for Genie. We'll have to see where Sethi is going to put it. Where he's going to put that Rift Herald. It's a 1k lead for the side of TD Syndicate. As here we go, Jack's going to be going in onto the Malphite. Cook has the ultimate. We'll see if he's going to use it. He is going to use that ultimate. Jack's going to pop the ult. Also, Cook going to be taking damage. That's a flash out. The corrupting pot is ticking. Is the burn going to be enough? One more auto. Oh, it's not enough. Super Square, though. He should be able to take down Cook. He has the ultimate, but I don't think he's going to be able to need to use that one as Cook is going to go down. Rhymes is going to find a kill onto the Karma, but the fight is going to continue on to that bot side. Agency 6 is going to be using that ultimate. That's going to stun the Ashe. Flash away from Gabe Recall. It's 5-4-0 for the side of TD Syndicate, Kobe. It looks like it's all falling apart. It looks like G&E, they don't have much gas left in the tank.
Yeah, and this is kind of like one of the questions. I mean, we have seen Genie go to a 5 games before, but this still is a young team, new competitive that they're not used to going this far, because game 5s definitely are going to test your mental. It seems like they are just kind of running out of gas. It's almost a 3k goal lead in 11 minutes.
Yeah, TD Syndicate definitely finding the lead in this one as Shield going to go on to a Super Square. Sethi going to be dropping the Rift Herald in the mid lane, so at least for the side of Genie, going to be able to get some gold back, get some gold on to the Graves and Mordekaiser, hopefully. Oh, it's split between 3. Never mind. Karma ended up getting the gold also. So it was split between 3 people. Probably not what you want. You probably want it on the Graves and the Mordekaiser. And Karma does pick up some gold. But however, they're stacking Drakes. We'll see if this continues, though, because maybe the side of TD... Okay, no. Amumu going to the top side. So Genie playing the objective game very well. Oh, my God. Is it Mountain? Yes. No. Hex Tech Kobe.
Not rigged. Confirmed.
Boom. I thought it was
That
gonna
went
be Hex-
4 games in a row. 4 games in a row. It would have been Hex Tech.
Yeah, that would have been not okay.
That would have
but-
been a little
Would have
sus.
been GG. Would have been sus.
A little Among Us.
Among
Imposter.
Us. Sus. All right, well, Cook gonna be taking some damage. Does have the ult. Does have the flash. Super Square gonna show himself in this top lane, and
Septi now on the bottom side, so cross map going to be coming through. We'll see if anything does happen. Is Karma going to be walking forward, maybe trying to bait this one for Septi so that a fight does break out. Agent C6 has ult, Rhymes has ult, so all ults are available. I don't know if anything's going to happen though. Is Cook on the top side? He'll be fine. He'll walk out of that one. Meanwhile, Gabe Recall, he is trying to take this mid tower. Hasn't fallen just yet, but he's getting it very, very low. In the mid lane, almost all the plates going over to him. He's got a minute to collect that last plate. We'll see if he's going to be able to do it. First item completed on the Varus, completed on the on Super Square. So items, coming out for the side of TD Syndicate, picking up those mythics.
Yeah, we saw the crit Varus come out last game, and it worked out pretty well. The
Lemon Sap going to face check right into Septi. That's going to be, actually, the ult, it doesn't go through. Lemon Sap. Lemon Sap able to flash over the wall, and the ult doesn't connect for Septi. So Lemon Sap able to get out of that one.
I think that's actually good as better for the Mordekaiser, because I don't think the Mordekaiser would have been able to get around that wall, though.
No, Gabe Recall, no flash, nowhere to go. He's going to go down. Lemon Sap able to pick up the kill. The arrow
Comet
going through the window as maybe they look on to the Amumu. That's gonna be the ult coming through. Curse of the Sad Mummy, Super Square flashing over the wall. Mordekaiser puts him in the death realm, but nobody's gonna be going down as now the fight is going to continue. That's gonna be the Jax walking forward, looking on to Septi. The kill goes over 7-0 for TD Syndicate, absolutely running over G&E in this game, Kobe.
Yeah, now it's starting to look a little doomed for G&E. No. Oh, that's when things are bad. It's about to get worse.
Yeah, Ominous Penguin, you got to try to clear the wave. Oh, he can't clear. There's nothing he can do. He's just going to go down. They didn't even need the Amumu. Super Square is going to show up on the bottom side. This tower will be going down. Kobe, it's 8-0 for the side of TDS.
Yeah, it's definitely looking doomed now for G&E. I don't know what they can do to get back into this game, because I don't think they scale as good as TDS scales too with the Jax, and Jax is already 2-0-2. It's looking kind of doomed for G&E season. I mean, they still have a soul, you know.
That is true.
They saw that one win con.
We're not coping, I swear. But yeah,
no cope.
Ginny, it is true they still do have the soul, but being 4K behind, you'd think it's probably doomed, right? Like this is probably it. Now, we've seen crazier things happen. Remember the BNJ EDL season 1 BNJ on the
Ezreal, the 30 kill comeback.
Yeah, that was. I don't think we'll ever see a comeback like that. Maybe they look on Agency 6. Arrow's going to go wide. Now Agency 6 doesn't have that flash up. He will fall. But the shutdown goes to HBiz on the Karma. Oh, no. That's not what you want, Kobe.
Yeah, it's not a whole... Nothing's resting really go right, Genie, this game. He gets a shutdown finally, but he goes on your support.
Yeah, this is one of those where, like, if that happens and if that happens, I'm like, it's a pro game. You're like, just just open. Like, oh my god. But now potentially looking onto this Karma, they say, all right, you take our shutdown, we'll just kill you as Lemon Sap. We'll be able to take down one. That's a huge ultimate coming through. Oriana used that ult. That's another one going down. Sethi, can he take anyone with him? Ominous Penguin not able to find one. If Sethi can maybe take one, he can't even get one. 12-1 are the kills. Kobe, it's not looking good.
It's doomed. This has been a really dominant. It's probably the most. It has to be the most one-sided game of the series so far.
Yeah, I mean, TD Syndicate, it was close in the first 3 games, I feel like, but this is just, I mean, it just seems that Genie's really ran out of steam. And I feel like they've just kind of not really been able to, get anything going in this game. I mean, they were able to get 1 kill and find a pick, but besides that, I mean, it's been an absolute, demolition from the side of TD Syndicate in this game. And it just seemed like Genie, just, they were able to keep up with TD Syndicate, but eventually, they ran out of gas. And with the gas prices, costs a lot to get the gas. So they're out of money, Kobe. They don't got the money to keep up with the side of
No
TD
bull
Syndicate.
bucks.
Yeah, no bow bucks. They don't have that. So it seems like TD Syndicate now with the 5K lead, 12-1 ahead in kills. Kobe, it's looking like Genie's season is it's looking good. That it's not good, but it's looking pretty much over.
Yeah, it looks kind of doomed. It looks. I honestly have no way, realistically, how they can get back. I mean, they had an angle with Soul, but now TDS has one Drake. It's just not great at all for Genie.
I think if you're Genie, the way you come back into this game is you have to get picks, right? I feel like if you're able to get picks, the flash. Cook uses the flash. Malphite all backed in. Cook on the Malphite. Solo Bolo. This is what Cook's Malphite is known for. This guy finds another one. Really well played from the side of Cook on the Malphite, able to get the solo kill. This guy definitely has the most solo kills in the top lane on Malphite. There's no way he doesn't go.
Yeah, I mean, he might have the most solo kills in the league at this point, honestly. Cook is insane. As he gets solo killed by the Amumu?
Listen. He gives
under his own tower?
Yeah.
He was on HP, but it's like,
listen,
man, I try to say something nice about Cook and he gets solo killed by the Amumu.
He got the solo kill, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair.
Yeah, they don't tell you how many times you got solo killed in stats, only how many times you got solo kill. You give and take.
Yeah, you give and take, exactly. But 30 minutes until that dragon is going to spawn. Obviously, Baron will be spawning in 30 seconds. So, for the side of Genie, they have to find picks to come back in this game. Like, you have to be able to find picks and get those bounties. Otherwise, it's pretty much over. So we'll see if they're going to be able to find picks. Obviously, with the side of TD Syndicate, the Jack scaling, you're going to have the Mumu Orianna in team fights. You have the Varus Nautilus to set up with the, with that CC and engage. It's going to be almost impossible to win team fights. So you just have to get picks and come back through that, Kobe.
Yeah. It seems like an impossible task almost for G&E. I mean, like you said, we have seen crazier stuff like the B&J Ezreal game happened before, but it's like Omnis Ping was on the Ash, not Ezreal. Okay, it's kind of different. I don't know which angle or who's gonna step up for G&E and absolutely carry them, because the later and later this goes, like Orianna's be almost be able to one shot with her ultimate QW or QW ultimate, and then Jax, he can't be contested alone in the side lane.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard for, obviously people or anyone to match the Jax in this one. Now it looks like the side of TD Syndicate are just going to start up the Baron, and they're going to be like, all right, you guys have to show up or we're just going to get a free Baron. And I don't know, Genie, can they even show up to this one? I don't know what the Baron's AP. Okay, they're going to pull off of it, yeah. They're deciding, hey guys, we're taking too much damage from this Baron.
Let's not throw.
Yeah, hold on.
But they will, oh my, what? Oh, it's Orianna. Okay, Orianna ball was on, okay.
And the ult came through, Kobe.
Yeah.
So it was a one shot from Lemon Sap.
It kind of looked like Amumu just one-shotted the car. It was like, what?
No, Amumu did not one-shot Kobe. That was the Orianna ult being used. As here we go. Yep. Maybe Cook gonna be able to find something onto this Jax. So that's gonna be the Ignite Burn. Cook does have that ultimate, but reinforcements are on the way. Cook, he's gonna be going in, but he's not able to find the kill on to the Jax. And unfortunate for a Cook. Now the side, they're looking for Ominous Penguin. He has the flash, he has the heal. He's going to flash out of that one. Super Square not able to land the bandage toss, gonna be walking away. And yeah, for the side of TD Syndicate have themselves 6K lead. Now gonna be going to the Dragon. And I mean, it just seems like it's inevitable at this point that TD Syndicate is going to be able to take this game. But maybe Genie, they find themselves some picks and come back into this one. I mean, Karma does know that the Nautilus is there, so isn't really going to walk any further in that one. But TD Syndicate going to be able to pick up this next Drake, Kobe.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Yeah, and so it's like it's been like a really slow bleed out process for G&E now. like TDS aren't really accelerating the game at all. They're just finding picks here and there and just grabbing objectives when they can, but they're not really forcing, like trying to force anything with Genie yet. Just playing it slow, calculated, and it's a really feels bad for Genie. That's a B here is bleeding out.
Yeah, and I mean, they are bleeding out now. Gabe Recall, oh, he doesn't even want to go for that top tier. He's too scared. He's like, dude, if I go for this, someone's got to be here, right? But looks like, okay, he's finally going to get it. He's like, okay, guys, you know, I got to go for something as Jax. Oh, we look in the mid lane, maybe. Okay, never mind. But Jax and Ori are on their way, and potentially the Graves going to be going down. Nah, he's going to be able to walk out of this one. Now, Jax potentially looking for the flank. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Cook does have the ultimate. Rhymes is going to be going in. Taking some damage. Cook not going to pull the trigger. Meanwhile, on the top side, that's going to be the arrow.
Here comes the arrow.
It's going to miss onto Jackson. Graves will end up staying alive in that one. So nobody does go down. Still a 5k lead for the side of TD Syndicate. Oh, here we go. Super Square going to be going in. That's going to be the ult being burned. That's already one down. Cook going in with the Malphite ult. This could be good for the side of TD Syndicate. This is their best chance, I feel like, that they're going to have. Agency 6, he's going to get Mordekaiser ulted, put into the Death Realm. I don't think he's going to live this one. Surely he's going to be going down. Sathi going to be able to pick up the kill. Super Square is going to be going in. He's going to find one. Now Rhyme's going to be running away. Sathi has the stats from the Varus, but can't find anything else. So for the side of G&E, they were able to get one kill, were able to get something back, but still, the side of TD Syndicate, you know, really in the driver's seat in this one.
Yeah, even when a play starts to look good at all for G&E, TDS can just flip it instantly, and it should be able to. No, won't get the mid. They're having trouble just finding angles to just take turrets right now, though. It is a very slow pace kind of game now.
Yeah, very slow paced. I mean, it's not necessarily slow paced, but I mean, TD Syndicate is kind of just the ones that decide anything that happens in this game because they're so far ahead, and Genie kind of just have to take what they can get. But TD Syndicate are taking the better trades every time, right? Like every time something happens, they're trading up in gold. I mean, they are ahead. And if you are the side of Genie, you're trying to take any gold that you can get because, I mean, they are now down 7k in this one, and it's really hard for them to be able to get anything done. I mean, Graves now has the Hull Breaker, so he is just going to sit in a sideline and say, hey, guys, I'm just going to try to get turrets, try to get those bounties, and try to get us back in this game. Meanwhile, the side of TD Syndicate going to be starting up the Baron Code.
Yeah, and they should be able to.
Ooh, they're going to be looking on the set. He's going to be able to take down Agency 6. He's going to be staying alive. Now he will finally fall. Malphite going to be looking on to the Orianna, looking on to Lemon Sap. The fight is going to begin. That's a huge shockwave going to be coming down. H is probably going to be going down. Yep, he will fall. Gabe Recall going to be running away. That's a flash forward from Super Square. Will land the bandage toss. And that is going to be a triple kill for, I can't say the guy's name, but Zed in the top lane on the Jax. Quietly been having a great game on this Jax, and TD Syndicate now charging down the mid lane.
Yeah, really well put at TDS. Like, didn't he have to like get the bear and just wanted to bring G&E attention there and just flip the fight onto them. Ends up being a 4-for-1. Still having trouble getting these this mid turret though, as but Jax able to take the hop inhibitor turret. It was back off. We have Mountain Drake spawning in the next minute. And with TDS stacking all these Mountain Drakes, G&E pumping out no damage, it seems impossible for G&E to win a team fight whatsoever.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult for the side of G&E to be able to, you know, take a team fight and win. They just have to, you know, go for those objective bounties, try to come back through that picks. It's the only way they can really come back. And even with that, it's still looking really doomed in this one for the side of G&E. Now, Drake going to be spawning in 30 seconds, and it's going to be tough for the side of G&E. They've really, I mean, maybe trade Baron for the Drake, like maybe hope all of TD Syndicate goes for the Dragon, but yeah, it's going to be a little bit rough for the side of Genie. There's not many options, and their season it's looking like it's going to come to a close, Kobe.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. In Genie, they probably have been like the story of the split of you know, starting off as one of the lower seeds, like week 2, then like week 3 comes in, Ritz takes over, and then after that you see a whole different Genie an underdog team who was able to beat pretty much the Rev rebrand, beat some good teams on the way here, and even take a game off the Coach of Tyranny, but it's a bit unlucky on the day for GNE.
You know, the miracle run can only be a miracle for so long, right? You can make the miracle run like Project Iconic in gold. They're in the finals. Genie.
High pace
Septi. Oh, he's not able to smite it down, and the fight is going to begin. How much can Septi get done? He's going to ult the Nautilus, put him in the death realm. Flash going to come through. Septi doesn't have the flash, can't get over that wall, took the ghost, and he is going to unfortunately fall down in that one. Rhymes able to stay alive, and now with the Baron, the side of TD Syndicate running down the mid lane.
Yeah, they should just be able to start cracking his base open more than it already is, and this is like one of the probably like the worst feelings like as a player.
Yeah.
To play in these kind of games where you can't do anything, but the other team is not accelerating the process at all.
Super Square using the
big
ultimate. He's going in, gets the ult. Orianna not able to follow up though. We'll see if the side of TD Syndicate continues to go with this push. All right, here we go. That's the Jax gonna be going in, not able to find the stun with the counter strike. Super Square gonna be walking forward, tanking up. Huge shockwave comes through from Lemon Sap. That's already one down. Ominous Penguin will fall. Flash forward from the Jax. Will they be able to find HViz? That's already two down from the side of G and E. If they are able to find more, they can end this game. That's a double kill for the Jax. Walking forward, he will finally fall, but it's only one alive. It's Gabe Recall, the hero for GNE versus the world. I don't know if he can do it. It looks like he won't be able to. He's going to fall. 20 seconds on Ominous Penguin, but it looks like the side of TD Syndicate is going to take the game. They're going to take the series 3-1. They're going to the finals, and on top of that, they're going to be heading to Worlds, Kobe.
Yeah, and all credit TDS. I feel like people kind of forgot about them. Like they kind of they didn't respect them enough. Like we even talk about how GNE has been great over and over and over again, and I think TDS like they had like a bone pick with that. Like they felt kind of disrespected, and they showed it. Like yeah, like we're still a really good team too, and all credit to them. I think they played very well. Even when Super Square came in, like they probably looked even better in my opinion. Like this game was really well played out, and yeah, they're able to get that second spot from the Elemental lead to go to World. So congrats to them. But we have a really hype matchup next week: TDS versus Coach's Tyranny for the Elemental Development League finals.
Yeah, going to be in the finals. We'll see if TD Syndicate, with that rematch, in the losers bracket, going to be able to potentially take a down Coachless Tyranny, who have looked on a tear. But with that, it's going to be it for this week. TD Syndicate able to take the 3-1 victory, get that world spot, head into the finals to take on Coachless Tyranny. But that's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys all for watching, and we'll see you on Monday, where Project Iconic with the plot armor going to be going up against TD Aftermath. Should be an absolute banger. But with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Even now, you're coming up to me, fire lighting up the sky. Feel the ground shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain, game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival.